Facebook Live.
Right.
Guys.
No, I can't see you without my glasses.
I can't either.
No, it's because I'm using the phone.
Oh my God.
Right, I'm sharing now. Messenger.
Killing me.
So dreading this.
Hey, be quiet. Yeah. Let me see. Okay, I want to see on the live side. Okay.
Right, I sent it to you, Moy.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Right. So
What's that you sent me though, Bev?
The
The thing
live.
so I can share.
The
Okay.
live, yeah.
Okay. I'm not seeing that if we're live it. I don't know what's going on with
It says we're live.
it. Okay.
Dead.
Okay. All right. Definitely. I am seeing it. Where is it? Oh yeah, we're live. Everybody's looking at us like, what is these people doing here? All
Why is
right.
it making that noise?
Because somebody's microphone is acting up.
Would it be mine?
You guys have anything that you feel watching the show and watching back? Any double thing?
No.
If you have a second
No.
device, that's is
Everyone looks clear to me.
Yeah.
Okay. That,
I think that's better now.
yes, everybody is definitely doing
I think
good.
it's while I was sharing it could have been.
So guys, definitely, I'm waiting until I see more people logged in, and then we
Yeah, I'm just sharing some more.
start the ball here. You guys look really good though, on the real. You guys looking, you know what? You guys looking real hot. But
Flatterer. Flatterer.
Oh gosh. Are you blushing, Triple?
oh, did you hear what Frida was saying about me? I'm like, who's Frida talking about? That's not me. That's somebody else. I'm not like that.
Actually,
I'm a grumpy old man.
Got
Is it
sharing
his
triple.
element?
You just want us all to say, nah, you are, you know.
in it, Thunder, wait.
Why? Why, Lord? Why? Why?
Mm.
I'm trying to see. I probably could kick Moy out. Let me see. We'll kick her out of the room right now.
Share out, triple.
You
Share
tell her
out.
for which part she there.
By the time I done with him today, cut me off, yeah. So no. I'm gonna be the first person to get blocked on this show. Ready for a Triple? Yeah, come with it.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I got some questions for y'all. Oh my
Hey, stop
God.
now.
Oh, gee.
Stop.
Oh, no, here we go.
So come on. So who did jump upon bed? And Kamisha said that she was on her bed last night. Oh gosh, I can't imagine.
You never hear me say I was in my bed. I says I was winding up next to my bed last night.
All
So
you heard was bed.
so hold on, you were backing it up, back it up.
Listen, it was lit.
Yeah, the show was, whoa, off the up last night.
Yo, it was on fire last
Frida,
night.
Frida, I
Yeah.
guarantee you, if you was on there last night, you'd have get some dirty wines.
Ah,
Serious.
Oh,
I know, Frida.
Triple, I was already winding up at my son's gig yesterday.
Yeah, I see her.
Frida,
On my own.
you were winding up at the gig?
Yeah, but on my own day. Women can dance on their own, you know.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying you were winding up.
Have I said the right word?
Hey, you say you were winding up, so I'm like, okay. Frida,
Yeah.
Did
I
I
was
get nervous?
moving like, how can I say it? Winding.
You didn't get no phone numbers or anything, right?
No, I'm kind of virtual like you when I'm on a dance floor. I mean, I'm invisible.
It's
I
COVID time now, darling. We don't do all this hug up business. Not in
No.
them your COVID time, yeah. None of this.
Yeah,
excuse me.
totally
Guys,
agree. Totally
Afri
agree.
guys, be aware a lot of Africans are on my page just checking out the females. I'm telling y'all. Yeah, if
We
you don't guys
don't
don't know, you
know.
guys are big in Africa. Are big in Africa. They just checking out to see who gonna get who first. They got raffle.
I don't think so. I don't think
They
so.
got raffle going on. Raffle, I'm telling you. All
Queen,
right. Good morning, guys. Good afternoon. Good morning. I can't say good morning because you guys are in the UK, so it's good
So
afternoon.
it's
Good
all good.
morning,
Yeah.
Triple. Good morning,
Good morning,
Triple.
Triple.
Frida. Starting off with Frida. Where Frida? What happened? Let me say.
Ah.
Frida, good morning. You're looking fabulous. And
Oh,
thank you
thank
for
you. Good
joining.
morning. Good
It's
morning. Good
okay.
afternoon.
And Frida, what part of England you from? Oh, you're Brummy. I forgot, Bobs.
I'm a Brum. Yeah, I'm a Brummie. But
Okay.
originally I'm Irish.
You're Irish.
Yeah, but I can't talk it. I was born here.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool. And
You are
Kamisha.
cool when you're Irish, because you're like a leprechaun.
Hey.
Don't mess with Frida, Triple.
Oh dear.
She's on the ball this morning. Oh, I tell you that much. You know? Wow. Kamisha. Wolverine. How are you?
Wolverhampton.
So why happened if I said Wolverine? Nice
But there's no place called Wolverine around here.
So Kamisha from Wolverhampton, welcome. Wow. Outfit that look wicked. I like it. I like it. And can't forget Double Trouble. Jesus, please. Can you imagine? I called this woman this morning. What time I called this woman? 9, which is your guys 2:15. What is? What? Who you? What? Who? What? Oh, I can't do it. I'm sleep. Where am I? Where am I? I'm sleeping. Huh? What? Boy, she was knocked out. What time? I said, Mom, it's 2:15. Oh God, I can't do it. I'm naked. Where am I? Where am I? Oh God. I said, Mom, get up. Call me in 15 minutes, please. Oh, okay. All right. That was it.
Do you
I didn't even
dream,
know she
Triple?
was in. Huh?
Do you dream?
No, it wasn't my dream. I called her this
That's
morning.
what you sounded like. It's like you was like way, way, way high up there.
That's not how she sounded.
Wow.
That's how she sounded this morning when I called her. She asked me where she at.
I was at a party
know.
last night.
You didn't
I
know
was
where
at
you
a
was.
party.
Hold
I
on.
was at
You
the
think I was
light.
talking? Hold up. You guys think I was talking about me? I was talking about me.
I didn't say no such thing, and I was raving
Yes,
at a
you did.
party.
Yes,
I
you
was
did.
I was at the Lion TV show
Yeah, you
last
did say,
night,
"Oh my
raving
God, I
hard.
can't get up." I was raving at the party, and something about DJs them or something. I didn't understand one word you were saying. You know,
Good.
but
It's all
and
right.
Give
when
me
I
enough
called Bev,
exercise last night.
Bev was already in the studio, sitting around the camera. Everything was cook and curry.
Bev, didn't you
I
have
said,
your
"Bev,
disco
where you at?"
lights on?
I said, "Bev, where
No,
you
not
at?"
allowed to.
Right here. Bev was like, "Right here." You know, looking all cute and shit. So, hi,
Triple,
Bev.
give me
Good
enough
morning.
exercise. I Triple.
What you say about exercise?
Exercise.
Go
Oh
on.
my God.
Did
Did I
hold
get
on.
that
So
right?
maybe it's me. Did Bev say something about exercise?
Yeah,
No.
you gave me enough
Did you say
exercise last night.
or exercise?
Exercise. Exercise.
Exercise.
And exercise.
So
Oh,
hold on, Bev.
okay.
When you say we all understand exercise, but what were you doing when you say exercise?
Dancing. Dancing.
No toys, not with any toys, because that's the
Oh
only way
my
to
God.
fly.
Sorry.
The thing that
Any?
you sent me, it's locked away.
Yes, guy. I did send her a butterfly. A butterfly and a
Oh my
butterfly. I
Oh,
did. I did. I did.
Hold on, where's everybody else's?
Eh?
you said that easy.
What
I
you
said,
think,
where's
Cynthia?
everybody else's?
I'm not on the show. I'm not on the show. I'm not hearing a thing.
Yeah, you are. You're
Conveniently.
just blind to it. You're just blind
So
to it.
hold up for hands who want a butterfly or a bullet. Which one you want? Which one you rather? A
Well, you
bullet
sent
or
me a
butterfly?
butterfly. How comes I didn't get both?
Oh my God.
Fam, you gotta ease with the vibration.
I'm
I gotta put in junior high school, then you go to college.
Okay.
So Kimisha, what you say, one bullet? All right, guys, we really let's say good morning to those good afternoon for those in the room. Big up B in the room. Empress Bubbles last night. Yeah. Did you guys listen to Empress
Bubbles.
song last night?
Yeah.
Me, on the say I'm a foot cock up.
Yeah.
Me just cock up and I slap a Bubbles call me early this morning like Trip. Say, yes, girl, you did your thing. You did your thing. Did your thing. You know what I'm saying? So big up Empress Bubbles. Claudette in the building last night. Thank you, Claudette, for the promotion prompt. Also Coco with a promotion prompt for the Lion TV show. Big yourself up. Oh my gosh. Bev, I can't be behave. Your sister, my girlfriend, is in the room.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm after that for my best behavior. Is proper English. You don't put up the nonsense. So, top of the good morning to Miss Salter. Big up yourself. Phyllis, hey ya. Who else is
Mrs.,
here?
not
Guys, just
Miss.
go and share the thing. Go and share the thing. Who else is here? And watch your Phyllis across blood clot already. What?
Phyllis' favourite word. Phyllis's favourite word.
Oh, she
Oh
kills me.
my.
She does with them words.
Love her.
Okay, Bubbles like a drum. Yeah. Pop, 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 pop. Oh, guys, guess who just come in the room with him like a bald head?
Who?
Guess. Stephen Soul.
Stephen.
Stephen,
How you
I'll
gonna
see
say
him.
with him like a bald head? Miss, let me tell you something. And I say, Steve, I love the guy. You know what I'm saying? And it's no gay thing here. I just love the guy. But when he calls me he just called to aggravate me. When he calls me, he aggravates me. You know what I'm
Why?
saying? Because he want to talk about everything. I mean, just want to say, you all right? Goodbye.
What's the point of it?
Hi, Triple. You're good? All right. See you later. No, but you want to call me and you want to talk about this? You want to talk about that? You want to talk about his music? You want to talk about that? And he just, it's just a pain in my butt. You know what I'm saying? But we love the guy still. We're a good friend. You know what I'm saying? Love the guy. All right, ladies, we have so much amount of things to talk about. And, I know we all here. One thing I got to make clear. We are here as a family. Nobody now go catch no attitude or whatever. We keeping it. I want everybody here to keep it 100% real. You understand? Whatever we say, we keep it real. Your opinion, I may not like your opinion, but it's your opinion, and that's your opinion. I can't catch a ticket issue because that's your opinion. And that's what you believe. That doesn't say I'm not going to like you after the show is over. It's your opinion. Everybody free up in mind, free up an opinion, and that's your opinion. It stands. You know what I'm saying? We're not having a Christmas here, want to say something because we don't have to. No, we're family, and we're just keeping this thing 100%. Who's listening to something? Because I'm hearing the feedback. Now, there's some issues here. I definitely wanna definitely talk about, and it's I would say it's burning issues that's out there, and people definitely don't want to, talk about it and stuff like that. But when it comes to one thing I want to talk about first, just to break the ice, domestic abuse. We all know about this domestic abuse. All right. Now, we love to talk about man a slap of woman, and we do have some of y'all feisty woman I put down the lick first. When the lick reach in the back, I issue. How many females in them like to put down the lick first? Yes, you're not quiet in an attack. I mean, no say who in here have ever slapped a guy?
I've slapped a guy, but he slapped me first.
Well, he deserves it, but Frida, no, babe, which man you slap? She quiet, I should not hear me. Babe, you slap man?
Yeah.
Then,
One slap.
One slap. I bet he deserve it, right?
Yeah, he did.
All
That's
right,
why you
so
got a slap.
all right, so and one thing I always learn, and I always speak about play fight is something that I've never in a relationship. I've never practiced play fight because to me, play fight is just testing the waters. How far you could ruffle a person up. Again, that's my opinion. How far you could ruffle a person up and test the person's strength in so many different ways. So I never do play fight. Anytime you see a man, something happen, and a man say, "Don't make," and whatever, one day the hand not gonna stop. It's gonna go straight towards you. So those are certain things that you always look for in those are what they call red flags and things like that. Hey, you hear about the girl with the red flags? They always come on Facebook and talk about red flags. You know, that she don't come back on thing the red flags no more.
They got
I
fed up with the red flag.
when I fuck her friend, and she has how much red flags I never see. So she came out on the radio and she's embarrassed now, so she's not coming back on Facebook now with no red flags. So everybody I said, so one thing your red flags. You see, everybody has red flags, but you don't see yours. Her best friend, was sleeping with her man. You understand? So
It
yes, so
happens.
back to the domestic violence and stuff like that. I want to Frida, give me your opinion and your point when it comes to domestic violence. What do you feel about it? What's your intake?
my opinion, because I've already gone through something like that, you
Okay.
know, and my opinion is that when a man hits you the first time, we as women can forgive. Some might not, but most will. And I think when a man lifts their hand up and hits a woman, it doesn't stop. And it's called blind
True.
love to me. We're blind in
Mhm.
love, and most women seems to stand by a man more. There's more aggressive, yeah. And then a man that comes along and really supports a woman. So I understand what you're saying, but there are women. Oh my gosh, it's gone off.
No. Go ahead, Frida. I
You're still
switched. Go
there.
ahead. Yeah.
There is also women out there that are abusive on men, and they could be the best fathers, the best partner, and women take advantage of that too. So it's a vice versa, but you know, there's nothing out there to support men against abuse. So I'm kind of into that to understand, even though I was a victim myself,
Mhm.
and I had to go to hospital and I was quite serious for nothing, you know.
So,
So,
so at what point, if you don't mind me ask, how long did you went through that abuse?
oh, quite a while.
Okay.
Like I
And
said, we're blind. We like to be
right,
supportive.
right.
We
And
like to
how
stand by the man because he's the father of the child. And I think the biggest mistake is women still put the men on a pedestal rather than open up, and they close up inside and keep it quiet. And in some cases, if the penny don't drop and you don't wake up, it could get serious. And the kids are always affected, always affected. So both parties sometimes have to take blame for children.
Okay. So at what point in your life you said to yourself, this is it? You drew that line.
I drew that line because, you get cheated on as well. You get cheated on, and enough is enough. And I wasn't taking no more because it was affecting my kids too, and kids get scarred. As much as they're your children, they will lash back one day and remind you. So to me, kids have got to come first, and that's it, even before the man in the end.
Yeah.
But there's brilliant fathers out there, Triple. Brilliant fathers that can be a mother and a father and do a better job too.
That is true. That is so true. Anybody else also wanna chime in on that, Kamisha?
I've been through domestic violence years ago, my ex-husband, and similar to Frida, it was, after the violence started, the cheating started, and you have to know where to draw a line because, as you say, it does affect your children, and it has a negative impact on them. And them children now, their oldest, like my oldest is 24, and they do remind you of the situation, so it does have a negative impact on them. But like she says, you do, when you're in love, you tend to put up and forgive a lot more. But there's a time and point where you have to say, well, love isn't enough to hold on to a relationship. Do you know what I mean? You have to leave for your own sanity.
Yeah, it's called blind love.
Yeah.
Anybody else more you want to chime in on that? We're going around the corner.
Domestic violence is such a wide thing now because now they're talking about speaking to your partner in a certain way is abusive and things like that. So they've made it so wide that you kind of like get lost. Also, women are in a very funny position that if you stay with the partner that is abusive to you, you get a backlash from certain people that say, oh, you should have left, this, that, and the other. But then if you leave, it's like, oh, you didn't give the man a chance, and, you should have tried and stay with him for the children's sake, and you feel bad because then you're now moving on to another man, and that's looked on as, oh, you're sleeping with this man and that man. You're not. You're looking stability for yourself. And it's so sad that all of us sitting here are putting our hands up and saying, yeah, we've been victims of domestic violence. I mean, my attitude now is if they raise their voice, let alone their hand, leave them. Leave them, because there's just no need for it at all. They're physically stronger anyway. So if you're going to put your hands on me and try and abuse me, and I know that you're stronger than me, I'm looking something to rasp you with. I might end up in jail for murder, and I don't want to do that either.
It has come to that from, I think, many women out there now. It's actually come to that. Look at this lady that was on the news, and she literally stabbed her man so many times, and she was not a young lady, but she still raised that knife and killed somebody, even though she had been beaten, picked on, bullied. Either way, you do not beat somebody. If you say the word love is not beating a person. Marriage is not beating a person. That
everybody's somebody's child, and I'd hate to think that a woman, that my son had maybe made a mistake one time and got out of hand a bit, and then you're going to go and kill my son because of that. It's just not right either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Hold on one second. Hold
a
one
lot
second,
of men
guys.
have been violated as well. It's not just women.
Hmm.
I know a guy who's constantly, his missus is constantly hitting and slapping and
Wow.
abusing verbally to him, and he puts up with it because he
But
loves her, and it's
why?
like,
He
well,
probably
this is what we said. It's because he loves her. But if that was us,
That's
it'd be
not
a
love.
different situation. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
well.
It's like men don't get treated equally in the same situation as a woman
that's
would.
true.
Agree.
True,
The
true.
law
You
does
know
not
what?
stand up for
Hold
men.
on, guys. A lot of times men have to sit down and bear it because they are illegal in the country and they can't do nothing because their partner have a hand over them.
Over them.
I know a
Yeah.
lot of men that sit and take slap, bop, boop because he cannot do anything. He's not. Before we go there, Tracy made a speech in the room. I think I'm a different breed of woman. No one will abuse me. I have lived for 25 years losing a child by the hands of a young man.
Yeah.
Tracy, I agree with what you said, and I disagree when you say that, um, you know, a different breed of woman, abuse don't come to certain breed and go to a different breed and whatever. We all are who we all are, is what we allow ourselves to be in. So it's not about a different breed. It's what you allow to yourself and whatever to fall into your hands and stuff like that. You may deal with it different from other ladies. You see the trend that started and you cut it off right then and there. Another person may be even more subject because certain things, especially a lot of women, they're not stable. The stability part in the relationship, they're not stable. They're not much independent. They are on the dependent side, so it's also hard for them to switch out also, so they tend to stay a little bit longer and stuff like that until they could just free themselves up. What I'm saying, instead of just you know
Yeah. Hmm.
sticking with the government system, because if you want going to go, then you're going to be, especially in New York City here. I've been to women's shelter and stuff like that, with my work. And I see women's shelter. It's not an easy place to be. You know what I'm saying? The government put you in a shelter here. It's not easy. And some women love it. You know what I'm saying? This place where women hang out and they talk, they chat and they ray, and it's like
Hmm.
they're comfortable where they at. You know what I'm saying? And here I think they have to provide. I forgot how much a week they have to pay, even though it's a government shelter. They have to come up with probably like 20 something dollars or 30 something dollars. I forgot, how that part go. But some women are comfortable, and some women
Yeah.
they go in and they try to get up as fast as they can, get themselves stable and out.
Mm.
But
You
you have.
see, I've never
Mhm.
suffered domestic abuse, more verbal abuse than anything, which can be just as bad,
Yeah, but
you
that's where it
know?
starts too. The verbal starts and
Yeah,
carries it to the
yes.
farmer.
And
That's
that's
Claudia
when I
said.
put a stop to it, because my father never ever spoke to me like that, so why should a man? Why should a man? I don't, no man should ever put his hands on a woman. I don't care what the woman's done. She don't deserve to be slapped around by any man. Hell no. So
Mhm.
I did the next best thing. Get rid.
Okay.
That's what I did.
Well done.
That's what I did.
Hmm.
But unfortunately, I mean, I know for a fact I'm not the type of woman that man can push around easy like that. And I don't think
Mm.
any of us are the type of woman. We would say exactly the same as the caller said, we're a different breed. No man ain't putting their hand on me. Because we are strong people, but unfortunately, once it's done, it's done. Yeah.
Done.
But
Yeah.
then you do go on to the next stage. Are you going to give up maybe a 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever period of time relationship? Because
Hmm.
maybe the man has made a mistake. Maybe he is genuinely sorry. As I say, you've got children to consider in the matter and everything else. And everybody deserves a chance. Don't get me wrong. I'm not advocating that a man should put his hands on a woman. There's just no need for it.
No.
Ultimately, walk out the house for a minute or whatever else you've got to do. But once it's happened, it's already happened. But that does not make me a weak woman because I've stayed with the partner. You understand me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You have to, it becomes, I mean, it's another element into the relationship that you then have to weigh up the pros and the cons of the relationship. You don't
That's
just
right.
give up, especially if you start off by saying, I love the person, you know. You don't stay with somebody just because you love them. There's
No,
other
you don't. No.
elements within that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is where
Yeah.
it's blind. This is where it is blind love. There's many people that, you know, they've got a long relationship and there's good memories there. So it's very hard sometimes for some women to let go and think, no, we can make this work. But I call it blind love. But we all have to, right? How can I say it? We all can find out too late as well. But the earlier you find it, get out of it. Don't leave it too late. And only the experienced people in this that has suffered can only give that advice to other people now. But today's women, yeah, are now not putting up with it.
No,
But
no, they're not.
there is a lot there that when it comes to women have had so much that they build friends with other women, and then women then become in love and become partners. And this is happening quite a lot because they don't want that sort of love and abuse from a man no more, and they don't get it from their woman. So this is what's happening now. It's changing.
Yeah, it's reversed. It's reversing.
I think it also depends on some women and their background and how they were raised as well, and their
Yeah.
situation of their family support. Because
Yeah.
I know some women that, as for me, when I was younger, I was very young when I got married. I was 19. You know, by 21, I had 3 children. So for
Wow.
me, I watched my mum go through a history, not with my father, but with her other partner, and I watched her go through domestic violence. So for me, I kind of thought like I wanted to be different. I wanted my children to have stability of having a mother and a father, and that's why I kind of put up with it. But I know people who have been through domestic violence and they stay in that situation because when they have seeked help, you know, the guy finds out where they are, kicks off the door, and then it's worse for them. So they've just stayed in that situation to kind of make it easier for themselves because they don't have the family support or the friend support that they would like to have, the stability. So I think everybody's circumstances are different on, like I say, the history of how they were raised and what they've seen and their support. All them comes into factors.
Yeah.
All right,
You
Tracy.
can't say they're not strong.
Yeah, hold on there, guys. Tracy went back and she cleared up thing. Thank you, Tracy, for that. Put a spin on that. I appreciate it, and thanks for your input on the show, guys. Share the thing. Bubba said one time him send you to the hospital. That's it. The next time maybe the grave.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, Claudette said, what if the female, what if it's the female first relationship that she don't really, you know, when your first relationship, you tend to hang on to that no matter what, and you'll put up with a lot of shit because,
Yes.
you know, at that man they cut the maiden at the first man that say you don't want to lose them. So what about that? It's tend to
I
be a
think I think as a young girl, though, what happens is obviously you like the guy. That's why you're with the guy in the first place. You think you're in love and all the rest of it. And you have to remember that after the first time they've hit you, normal procedure is, oh, babes, I'm so sorry. I'll never do that again.
Yeah.
It's because I love you so much why I'm doing this. And you,
That's a
not that
poor
you believe
excuse.
it, but you hope that they have identified something else, you know, of working it out with you. And you get trapped. It's like a trap.
It's blind love. It's definitely blind love. You're blind within the love. You want to support them. You want to kind of not let your children down to,
The
you know, I'm
children.
not so Yeah, I'm not somebody just jump out of the relationship and then go to the next one. I've never done that. I respect myself. I will respect the fact of my children. It's been very hard for me, because some of these things, yes, I've gone through, and I lost a child as well, and it was like dead inside me for 12 weeks, and like died at 6 weeks. And, I went through where I was held up, I went through quite a lot. And we are blind to where our children is around. And I have to put my hands together for women that look and wake up
Yeah.
very quick. I have to say, well done, because that's the example that children need to see.
Yeah.
Put up with it. And today's women are starting to do that a lot.
Yep.
See, I was in a long-term relationship for 32 years. That man only ever slapped me once in the 32 years. And then he went and cheated on me. So for him to do that, to go and cheat on me, I'm not staying with that man, because if he did it once, he will do it again. So I ended my 32-year relationship there and then.
Well
Although
done.
we remained good friends, that was all it ever came to. I knocked it on the head, dead there and then.
Whoa. Hold up, Bev. So you ended the relationship because of the cheating, not from the slap.
Yes.
Not from the
Not from the
slap.
slapping,
So hold
because
on,
he
which one?
cheated.
But which one worse, the slap or the cheat?
The cheat. The cheat.
Huh?
The slapping
The slap
about.
didn't.
No, boo.
The slap. The slap. The
Yeah.
slap. That didn't bother me. It was just a little slap.
Oh, it was
No,
it was just a peck on the
it
cheek.
wasn't. It
Damn.
wasn't. Yeah, just like that. Just a slap. Because
What?
he tried to deny it, and I'd already got all the evidence that I needed that he was
Okay.
cheating.
So he slapped. He gave
But
you
he
a little
strike.
slap because you found out that he was cheating.
Yes,
Only,
and he
only
tried to
both
deny
ways.
it. He tried to
Okay.
deny it. But I already knew. I'd already confronted the woman,
Mm-hmm.
and me and her did get into a fight.
Oh,
And she was,
you better
yeah,
run. You better beat her ass.
she was a bigger woman than me,
You
but
slapped
I
her.
knock her to the ground. I knock
Ah!
her to the
That's
ground.
what.
You go ahead, butter, Bev. Just bring it to my top with
Oh,
your head.
bro.
But
You
no,
go, Bev.
I knock her to the ground, yes. And
Go, Bev.
that was the end of my relationship. End of it.
Bev, is all that whole 30 odd years of relationship. That's why you get
Gone.
30 down, you know. If it was like a 1 year or whatever, the girl that probably bundle you down to the ground. With all that building up. All right, guys, I'm loving the feedback. Thank you, Tawanda. I see Tawanda logging in. I see Joanne logging in, Empress Bubba is making way, and I see my favorite talk. Listen to me. I may not see her in my broadcast or anything, but when I'm doing my talk show, she is there for my support. Guess who, Bev? Let me see if you could say. Who?
Marie B.
Eh?
Marie B.
I love her like a cook. I love that woman
She's
so much.
one nice lady.
I'm
One
not
nice
telling her
lady.
something, and I don't say nothing negative about me, you know. You may not know nothing about her, but when I say something negative, you go hear her.
Marie will pull you down on it. She
Will
will
knock
pull
your
you
ass
on it.
down. Don't trouble my
Yep.
trouble. I love that
Don't
woman
mess
so
with
much.
Marie B.
Love her. Love her. So thank you, Marie B, for being in the room. Phyllis, big up yourself. All right, we're gonna move on because I don't want to tarry on
Yeah.
one subject too much. I have this. I noticed this since traveling, and I always say to people, travel in your life, you learn so much culture, you know so much thing. When I see people say, "Oh, I've never traveled out of the United States from I was born," I'm like, really? It's such a beautiful thing to travel. you know different culture, you know different thing that's going around you. And I was so fortunate, going back and forth to England. And I remember the first time you know, I went to a club in I think it was Coventry. I went to a club. It's not Wolverhampton, Coventry. I went to a club one night and went to a club with a girl and some other guys was with me. Some other guys was with me. I think it was a group of us. And I'm standing by the bar and I'm looking, I see African guys coming in with Caucasian females and African guys coming in. When I say, all right, let me say black guys coming in with Caucasian, black guys coming in. And for that whole night I was there, I seen a black couple came in and it was two lesbian. And I was like, wow. That was strange to me from being in America because you would never see that. Very few, I'm not saying it's not there, especially down south like Alabama, North Carolina, and stuff like that. I could name the state wherein you see a lot of interracial marriage and relationship. In New York City, you don't see that much. You don't see a black and white couple. I could bring you in New York City where you will see that. But otherwise, you don't see a black and white like that. And I was surprised at that, and I was like, "Wow, I've never seen that before." In this week, I was looking up on some stats, because I like to when I'm talking stuff, I don't say it because I want to say it. I also have the facts to back me up. And I was looking at the stats and stuff like that I was comparing the stats from Google with interracial relationship with United States of America and the UK, and it blew my mind. It's like the UK, you have a lot of interracial relationship, blew America like about 10-1 in the stats. I was like, okay, wow. Now, when I go down into further checking out certain stats, I notice you have more men moving in the UK, moving in with the females than the females moving in with the males.
That's true, yeah.
I am confused at that point. Like with me now, how I was raised up and, how I was raised up, my father always say, the man is the head of the
household.
The man at the head of the house. My mother and my father been together 50 odd years. They're the first boyfriend and first girlfriend. They were the first. They met nobody else come in between. My mother, my father, first boyfriend, first girlfriend, and they're still together. I think that's sometimes I want to ask my mother.
Good.
I would ask my mother like, Mom, what you guys know? I want to say, only know missionary. What else know?
Triple.
Yeah, I'm being honest. I think my mom and my dad bedroom life is one of the most boringest life because they're older folks and they met the first time. My father don't know nothing more than my mother. My mother don't know nothing more than my father. So to them life probably bed life boring, but it's all they know about. You know what I'm saying? It's all they know about and it's all what they focus on. Fine. That's it and done. Now, my thing is, as the man is the provider, with me now, there have to be a circumstances wherein I don't want to move the woman into my crib, my castle, and I want to leave my castle to move in with the woman. You know what I'm saying? My thing would always move in with me, babe, and we do our thing. Or we find a new location and we both move in together and then it's all it's how I look at things, but everybody do things differently. Now, you guys tell me, why is that? Why you guys tend to move in the guy into your house more than you guys move in with him? What's the stats on that?
Then probably move themselves in gradually. Them think them smart.
Nice one. Nice
That's
one.
it. But there's a sign because remember, hold up, guys. Trevor is in the room. Trevor, big up yourself. Love your brother. That's my other brother from Dublin. He's Irish and he is my brother. I love him so much. Big up yourself, Trevor. Blessed love. He's in the room. Thank you. Kate Joycing, I see you. And who else? Coco is always there. All right. Okay, but Bev, there is the sign that it's always female. When female come to your place, they always try to mark their territory. They leave a toothbrush or a hairbrush.
Something behind you.
Y'all always leave something at the man's house. A toothbrush, a hairbrush, or even a clip or a pin. When I always try to mark the territory. So with the guy moving in, when I leave?
Do you know what it is? I think it's different for each individual, but for me now, it would be easier for a guy to pick up himself and move in with me rather than me to take myself and all my children and move in with a guy.
Move in with him.
Understand.
It depends on circumstances. Like, I've got children, so if mine and his relationship didn't work out, then obviously it's just one person moving out rather than me taking up all my children and disrupting them.
To move. Yeah.
But I think, like, if you have a relationship with somebody, I think if you are to move in, it does make sense. Get a house together. Then you've both partners in that house. But guys don't ask women to move in with them. I haven't known a guy to ever say, "Oh, move in." They always just, like I said, gradually start staying over. And next thing you know, they're living in the yard.
But remember, female, you are the one that's controlling. That's your castle. You're controlling whatever. You can't make because of the dick sweet. You don't see the sign like why you not invite me? Why you don't make me move in with you? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm struggling also. Why? Your place is a little bit bigger or whatever. Why not?
It depends on the stages of your life as well. I mean, over here, it's totally different to America, the housing situation. Women tend to be more eligible for housing because we're classed as more vulnerable. So normally the woman will get a place. The government over here doesn't really cater for the men in that sense. So the woman will move in. Secondly, if you've got children, as Bev says, you might have your, as Kamisha says, you've got your children in your house, so you've probably got a 3-bedroom property. Whereas the man, if he's a single man, has probably got a 1-bedroom property. So you're not going to pick up yourself and your children, go and catch up in some little 1-bedroom when you've got a perfectly acceptable 3-bedroom there. I mean, back a day when I was growing up, the mentality that my mum taught me was, if you're going to pick up with a man, make sure the man has got house to put you in and, can mind you and your picnic them and tear. But it's not like that anymore. Women are a lot more independent now. We have got our own. I mean, we was reliant on the men for money back in the day, because even if you was the men get more money anyway. There's an inequality in the balance of pay with men and women anyway. So that made a difference. That's what made you rely on men more.
And I think women are so, like you say, they're independent. They've got their own property. And maybe some of them don't want a man moving in with them because they're so used to being on their own. So I don't know if I could have, not ever, have a man living with me again.
But that's because we're older and wiser now, Bev. The younger people out there will still be doing what we're doing because, in a way, it is the right thing to do. Ultimately, if you're building on a relationship,
I'd find it a bit hard
to progress to that.
Hmm.
in the progression of the relationship.
We lost Frida. Her battery
Died.
died. So
Oh
yes. All right.
no.
All right. Continue, guys. Sometime I may go in and out. Left to my virtual is acting up sometimes, so I'll go
Yeah.
in and out, but I'm still here. Yes. Whoa.
But I wouldn't say never because I don't know. Don't know.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. So I could never
Never.
say never.
Marie B said because he's looking for a second mother. That's why they quick to move in.
That would be fabulous. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we are okay, okay. Oh, on a list of bubbles now. We are the boss chick, and we don't want no scrub. When we
Oh,
bend over and they beat it like a
Beaten.
drum, it's like a candy shop. And baby, come on, don't
oh, she's
don't act
dropping
like we
lyrics
not
on
gonna
us.
handle it when we take that man down. Jesus, Bubbles crazy, you know. Bubbles actually put three of her songs
Yeah,
in the.
lyrics.
I love Bubbles. I swear to God, I
Yeah.
love Bubbles. Um, um, one thing why I love with Steven Souza, and I think Steven, out of all my friends, because I have mutual friends, maybe about 5, 6 friends in my life. Steven Souza, I admire his relationship with his wife.
Mm.
So admire his relationship with his wife, and the thing is, I know Steven Souza before he even got married. So I know him on the bachelor side until he got married and stuff like that. And that guy, he loves her so much. She loves
She's
him
in
so
love.
much.
You can
Like
see.
it's like for the multi years they together. He still just meet her yesterday. So I admire him a whole lot. And I said in my mind I always say I would love my relationship to be like Steven Souza. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So he's that. I don't have idol, but Steven Souza right there is like when it comes to my relationship, he's like the idol that I would love for his thing to be like my thing to be like his thing.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate him. And I'm so happy for him, and I'm so happy for whosoever found a good, woman or a good man, and it's all good that way. Um, Big up Steven Souza, of course, in the room and things like that. Now we're gonna move on to another. So did we clear up everything about that man moving in and stuff like that?
Yeah.
All right.
Hmm.
Since we on that subject, I just want to say interracial relationship. Any one of us on the panel ever been into an interracial relationship? Interracial?
No.
No, you never been with a white guy? Okay. Bev, you never been with a black guy?
I've been with a guy from a different race. He's actually my
Sorry, Purple.
ex-husband. I was talking about my ex-husband. He's actually, we call him Corley.
Okay. Why you back?
Um,
Oh, your background is so dark I can't see you.
oh, Frida's back.
Oh, oh,
Tamika, is it me or is it you? You're dark. I don't know. Probably it's me.
Yeah, you got darker.
You got
Yeah,
darker,
it's dark.
Tamika.
It's dark.
Oh,
you
let me
got
turn
it
my lights
out.
on 1 second.
All
Probably
right.
getting dark outside.
Yeah, yeah, Bev. So you could
It
talk
is
while you go.
actually.
What's the
Yeah.
one? Hold on, Bev. But Bev, you gotta be very careful. Have you ever dated a white guy?
Never. Never.
Shit.
Never.
Okay. Oh, so you couldn't even answer because I was gonna ask, what's the difference? Is it just relationship or is it different dating a black guy and a white guy or whatever? But all right, continue.
Yeah, I've just
How is
never interested me really. I think it was because when I was younger and that I was brought up around, you know, different people and that. Where I lived back then, there wasn't a lot of black people around at them times, and then when they did like come around, I was more into them than I was any white boy. So just never
It's
interested
not. It's
me.
not. It's not that thing about black men carry big or whatever. It's not that, right?
Guys, no, it's not all about that, Triple. No,
Oh,
no.
I'm just trying. I'm just trying. Because I seen movie. I seen movie that white guys swing hard. So I'm
Yeah,
just trying
maybe
to,
some do.
when I
Maybe
hear them
some
say
do.
black guys
I
carry
don't know.
bigger wing, that's not true.
I've never been down that road.
Yeah,
So
that's not true, guys. Black guys don't carry bigger cock than the white guy. White guys swing also too. Continue. I just gotta get that out, you know.
I knew
'Cause
Frida was going to laugh on this.
Frida,
Don't start on me, Triple.
well, Frida, hold on, Frida.
Let's get Frida.
You did interracial relationship, right?
Hey, what did you say? Sorry.
You did an interracial relationship, right?
Pardon, I'm sorry.
You've really got her now.
You know the top part. The top part. Why is she laughing like that? To you? I guarantee you.
Frida, stop laugh. Come on.
I'm trying. Oh my God. Oh. Anyway, carry on, Triple. I'm sorry.
No, have you ever been into an interracial relationship?
What do you mean interracial? What do you call? What do you
Um,
mean? Sorry,
a
I'm
black
not dumb, but
a black
still.
guy or a white guy, a black guy, or a Asian guy, or not
whatever.
from your ethnic background.
Well,
Mhm.
my son's half Arabic.
Okay.
Half Arabic. I went through a bit of kind of problems of racism as
Oh,
well,
okay.
because of it's very hard back in the 70s growing up,
Mhm.
right? There's racism in them days. I grew up around racism, okay? And you know, there was this like half-caste boy at school, and he come knocking my door. He really liked me, you know, and I was kind of a bit of a tomboy. I would go around and play football on my own in the school, right? And he went and knocked my door, and the whole point is, do you know what it felt like for me to say, you knocked my door, and not to explain to him, you know, that there was racism there being his colour, you know? So going through racism, yes, I have gone through a lot of racism, and my children have gone through things like that as well. But you know, my daughter's white, you know, her father's white, and yeah, I went through racism on that side as well, in the fact that because of my children being of mixed race, that the family didn't accept the fact of us being together, you see. But never mind. What can I say?
One of those things.
I've gone through racism a lot, and I'm not a person to go in and out. As you know, we've had many conversations, and you, Bev, I'm not I'm not a man eater, and I never will be, because I'm a woman. I'm a mother, and I'm my mother's daughter. But we're all young, and we always sometimes have to learn the hard way. You see,
Yeah.
I'm hoping that answers everything.
Yes, it did. Thank you very, very much. Kamisha, you were saying something, but I cut you off. Could you going back to your elaboration?
Yeah, my ex-husband, my older children's dad, he's Jamaican Indian, and you know we call him Cooley. And I went through a similar thing to Frida. I used to get, especially from a lot of Jamaicans, and they used to be like, they're not your kids, they're Asian kids, they're not your kids. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, yes, they are my kids. I carried them. I gave birth to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, racism's everywhere.
I know they
But
don't
it's
like.
2021. People needs to change the stigma. Do you know what I mean? It's not
Yeah,
about
that's
colour, like
right.
they say.
Yeah,
Love has no colour.
Thank
that's
You know
right.
you.
what I mean?
That's
Well
Mm.
said. Well
that's
said.
the thing. That's the thing I always say. I'm like, when I hear somebody said that, I only date Jamaican, I only date American, I only date black, I only date white, then it's crazy because love doesn't have a color. So it's like, no, okay,
No.
I'm sticking right here and hoping to fall in love within right here because this is my comfort zone. And, it's crazy. You know, we choose where to love or who to love. We stick in that same community and we try to love in that same community and we don't move up. Like, you know, you have in New York City a place that we call um, Little Dominican Republic. It's Upper Manhattan. Upper Manhattan. You go there. It's mixed, but not more like 90% Dominican Republic. People live there in Manhattan with whites, and
Come, Bridget.
you have Dominicans right there. They born and they grew right in that area, and they don't come out and go lower Manhattan. They don't go into the Bronx. They don't go nowhere. They live and die right there, and they all speak Spanish. They all speak Spanish. They don't. So when they go out and say something happened, they end up in Brooklyn, and you try to question them or they try to ask you a question because they're lost or whatever. They cannot communicate with you because they don't know English. They stay in the same community that speaks Spanish and they don't go out of the community. So when they're out of the community now and something happened, they don't know how to communicate with you because now you don't speak Spanish, you speak English, and they can't communicate with you. So it's the same thing. You live in an area and
Mm.
you just focus right there like a horse. Got that bridle over his eyes and he's racing and he just know to go straight. And
Yeah.
it is so sad.
Mm.
So
I
sad.
think,
I do
I,
think
I
triple.
think, go on, Bella.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, Frida.
sorry.
No, go ahead, Frida.
Oh,
I do think, not just going back to racism, I think racism, right, is, how can I say it? It's ignorance. There's no such thing as
Ignorance.
racism, but it's ignorance because
yeah, ignorance.
people have to go back to their history, their ancestry roots, and look and see because it's ignorance of not educating themselves to go into their history and their ancestry. And it is such a shame because you know what? The world would be a better place if people just woke up and looked into the ancestry and see where the roots, because it's one tree, but many roots underneath that ground growing that makes many more trees. We're all linked.
Oh,
Mm.
Frida, you could not put that better. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
I like
that was
I
good.
like it. I like your sweater too. Yeah, your jumper is nice. Okay. Now,
I'm a shining
definitely,
star today.
most definitely,
Thank you.
I am loving. I'm loving the whole aspect of what's going on here.
Can I just say
Um,
one thing, Triple?
Triple.
Sorry.
yes, go ahead.
Can I just say, all us ladies, right, and all ladies around the world, we are queens. Always remember that we are queens.
All
Okay?
ladies.
Yeah,
Hmm.
we are all queens, and you have all the men out there that are kings too.
No,
But
not
we are queens, and this is how we should be treated.
Frida. I never believe that statement. I'm not saying you're wrong, but that's all you believe. I would never
Mm.
make that statement ever. And the reason why, a lot of guys out there are frigging dogs. You can't be a king and a dog. You can't beat women and abuse women, and I call you a king. You are not.
And
Women
that's
just the
why we
same way
shouldn't
that
be.
abuse.
That's why we shouldn't be
Right,
treated
that's what
like
I'm saying.
that.
So I would not make a speech like every woman out there, you're king, and every guy is a queen. Every guy is a king, and every woman is. No, You don't have every woman out there is a queen. Not every guy out there is a king. Cause you have some dogs out there. You know what I'm saying? Running around.
I can understand that
Yeah.
in that way.
We
Yeah, I can
should,
take
we
some of that
should,
back.
yeah, we should live up to the expectation of being a king and queen, but
Yeah.
not, it's not out there
Don't
that
always
way.
work
I
out
can
that way.
understand some of that, so I can take some back. But at the same time, right, we we do have to learn, yes. But oh, I was gonna say, and it's gone out of my head what I was going to say, Dion.
That's
It's
all right.
just
Don't worry, it'll come back.
If you remember, come back. All right, let's jump to another thing. If you remember, come back.
thank you.
Guys, I want to jump on something here that oh my gosh, I don't
You
wanna
forgot.
say much because I don't have the I should have printed the facts out and that, but there's a state in America that they're trying to, I think it's Texas, they're trying to abolish the abortion, uh, uh, um women, take away the rights from women to
Have the child
rights
aborted.
to have a child aborted and stuff like that. They don't want it at all. They want the government to tell what to do, not the woman.
But the
Now,
woman has a right.
yes, but they're in Texas. They're trying to pass. They've been going back and forth in court
Yeah.
and doing that. I think something is passed already, but they're waiting on some finalization and stuff like that. That woman will not have a right to abort the child. It doesn't matter what circumstances she got pregnant, raped, whatever. That she
It's
has to abort the
control.
child.
It's
What's your intake in that? Because I think that's one of the most craziest things.
it's
Yeah, of course it's
control.
crazy. Because
It's
a
control.
woman could get raped and she won't
But
want that
also,
baby. She might not want that.
yeah, but also remember you have the religious rights that's out there that's saying, you know what I'm saying? You don't
Yeah,
believe
yeah.
in
Hmm.
abortion. You know what I'm saying? My spin-off, let me drop my spin-off and then you guys chime in on that. I believe a woman have all rights to her body, and
Yes.
everybody have all rights to their body, whatever they want to do. The government should not be the one to tell you whatever. If you want to have, can you imagine, you know, a woman get raped and stuff like that, and they're telling the woman or the woman she don't want to abort that child, or they forcing her, yo, you got to bring that
Yeah.
child
Hmm.
and stuff like that. Now, they're not the one that go be sitting down for 9 months, go through all that pressure that the
All of
woman
that.
is
Mm.
going through for the whole 9 months. Plus, when the kid is born, they're not there to babysit sometimes. They're not there to babysit. It's her alone. Because you do have women believe in no abortion also. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, that's true. You do.
Apart from religious rights and all of that, you have women out there that believe that.
I mean, if
So
I think if somebody raped me and I was pregnant and carried that baby for 9 months, and then after that baby was born, I'd be thinking, your father raped me, you know? So, me personally, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I'd have to abort the baby because I wouldn't want to bring a baby into this world knowing that that child's father raped me. So, no, I would abort the baby myself. Yeah, I would do that.
who else
I
on that
couldn't.
same
It's not the baby's fault, and
No, it's not. It's not.
it's a horrible memory because now they have to
But
suffer
that thought would
twice
never go out of
over.
my mind. It would never go.
They have to suffer twice over. I think if you are raped, even though the baby is not to blame for this to be born into the world or to be there in your womb,
Yeah,
No.
but,
and
but, but hold
I
on,
think
Frida.
hold on,
Frida,
Richard,
Frida, 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 1 second here. If y'all get raped, it's not a baby yet.
no, I know,
So
but
yeah,
it's, you know
remember
what?
that. That a baby yet. You know, you
It's
got
it's a fetus, but he still has a heartbeat very early
no,
in
it
its
does not
life.
have a heart. A fetus does not have a heartbeat. No, it does not
I
have a heartbeat.
think it's, I don't know, I think it's about 12 weeks onwards that you can have a heartbeat. I think it's about 12 weeks onward. And the whole thing is that I think it's wrong for any government,
Google.
right, to take over and stop that parent or that woman from them having an abortion, because they should not put that woman or that child in that situation to have to be punished twice over. But it's a catch-22, because this it will come into a baby one day, and it's a shame. It's just me. It's a shame, but I would never want to be in that situation, and I don't think, and the government to book up the ideas and stop it, because they have to think of that child's got to grow up to find out, right? He was created by rape, or she was created by rape, and they need not to do that to people's minds when they've got to go through their life suffering for 9 months and go through being raped too. No, they need to book up their ideas over there and wake up.
Who else got to chime in on this?
The embryo starts about
6
of
weeks
the
or whatever.
heartbeat, 5 to 6 weeks. Yeah.
5 to 6, that's it. 12 weeks. I was thinking that's when you can
No,
have an
5 to
abortion or
6.
something before 12 weeks.
Okay, so what's the deal there? So it have a heartbeat, so okay, I'm not gonna have an abortion because I think there's no heartbeat going here. Is that what it is?
Heartbeat or no heartbeat, this is a matter of personal choice.
That's right.
And
That's right.
that's what it comes down to ultimately. You cannot take away a person's choice, because there's equally people that may get raped, may fall pregnant, may then go on to have to abort that child and find out subsequently that they can never have another child again. How are they?
100%, yeah.
It's got to be about personal choice. It really has. Because there's equally people that are in marriages, they're actually married, but they would ultimately claim that their partner raped them because they didn't want to have sex with their husband that particular
That's right.
So as a technicality, that's rape. But, do you want to abort that child because your husband took you when you didn't want to? You understand me? It's got to be about personal choice.
So hold on here. Any one of us ever had sex that we didn't want to have sex at that particular time?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So why you do it then?
Because you feel obligated sometimes. It might be obligation. It might just be that you are upset at that moment in time, but you know it will pass.
You don't feel like it.
Sometimes the best part of an argument is the making up.
So you telling me now you are pissed off as hell. You're pissed off as hell, but as soon as it slip right in, everything will good.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Yeah.
I admit that one. I've had an argument with an ex when I was with that person just for the making up.
There you go, babe.
Sometimes that's when it's sweet.
Yeah.
Yes.
I say go.
Yeah.
But ladies, hold up here. Hold up. I gotta big up T Bush out of T Bush. Oh my gosh, we haven't seen T Bush in
T Bush in a long time.
He's from Spanish Town, Jamaica. I just saw T Bush.
Yeah.
T Bush, big up yourself. Jade, big up yourself, Jade. Jade, I'm gonna strangle you. Big up yourself, T Bush out of Spanish Town, Jamaica. Mad thing.
Yeah.
So hold on now. I like them. I like the fact what you guys saying, because as long as you're pissed off with the man, and even though the man want a little piece and he might try sneak the little piece me want to lay down or whatever, because that's the best part, when I lay down, especially in the spoon position. You're now facing him because you can't stand him, so you're facing the opposite direction. And then him there on the corner and then I try slipping and on not. Leave me alone. Stop. but him not stop.
That's right.
And you still a fight, and as soon as it slip right in, oh, okay, I could work with
Forget
this.
about that.
All arguments stop this, so no more stopping because it slipped right in.
Oh, God.
But triple,
What's more?
triple.
What's more? Boy, look like she's in a flashback, like, goddamn right, triple. Yes,
Me done talk already. Me done no more
like she
say.
did, I
Me
remember,
done
I
talk
remember
this thing
thinking,
already.
like, huh? Watch Frida, nah, say nothing, you know.
I working. I've been calling you for ages.
Oh, you go chime in on that slip in. Go ahead, love. I would
No.
pay to hear Frida talking this. Go ahead, Frida. I'll pay money to hear your part.
It's not easy getting me like that. No one can get me like that.
What do you mean?
I'm not playing that game.
We will not hear about you on that spoon position. Not you. We will
I
never.
don't know what this position is.
You don't even know. Oh, Frida, please.
Frida, you don't know what a spoon position? Hold on, I gotta get up here. Hold on. I'm moving my chair, Frida. Hold on.
I've got 5 children.
Frida, I love you to death. All right, let me teach you something, Frida, because we never old to learn. The spoon position is you lay on your side, not facing him, because he's a pain in the ass. That's just, him in a big fight. So you lay on the side, watching the other direction. So you know him never try sneak one in, so him put your hand over, you straight back. And especially with your long hair, and then probably run your finger through your hair, you move it, you flash off the hand like this. Leave me alone. But you cannot talk now because you don't want the kids them to hear. So you know you do like a thing. Frida, watch Frida.
You learned something new today, Frida.
So Frida.
You learned something new.
Guys, I'm teaching Frida now. So Frida, so you lay there, mind your own business, and my try rub up him like a thing playing like. Stop! Again, you can't say too loud because the kids them not the next room. Frida, when I'm up on the turntable, up on the speaker, I do the little grind, I do the little thing.
And you got your leg off.
He might do a small one. You understand? I remember saying in boxer already off long time, Because how many females here sleep in jeans pants and all that? Him no see you not sleep in a jeans pants. You understand? And especially Frida proper, she got the proper night going on. And Frida not sleep without panties, so panties on. Frida gonna have a heart. She gonna go into cardiac arrest this morning, right? So Frida doing minding her own business, and my man let us take time, rub up.
Triple. You know what? Do you dream about me?
You're making me cry.
I am right now. I am having you in a visual right now. Because Frida is so proper. So that man feel enter Frida a half a night that, a half a night. Because Frida proper. You don't know Frida. I know Frida. Frida proper. So that man that must by the time he enter Frida is wet. And wet because Frida not play.
Oh my God.
Stop.
With my water there.
Drink.
No, stop.
My eyes.
Frida.
Why is someone ever ready for this one?
No. Check out more now. Check out more. More lay down like this. Can I say more?
Now it's your time, girl.
More no skin teeth. More like. What the fuck you doing?
Yeah.
I'm not in a
That's
fucking
right.
mood right now. Stop. You're
Oh,
not getting
God.
anything. You know that. Hell no. Bloody no. Man, it's a rubber phone, boy. Rubber. Cause you know, boy, don't sleep with underwear. So I easy access that. You know. And just take him thing and just walk it, you know, cause you know where to hit more. And just rub it up on more. And anytime you see more I just go like this, you know, it says a wrap.
Oh, God.
And from me
You're
slip it
just
into
too
more,
bad.
the wrap right there, so more just give him the backers and it done. Done this.
No, baby, I'm going pan the settee.
You not go on the damn
I'm
settee.
going
Stop
pan
that.
settee.
So I just say
Yeah.
you go have his sex pan settee?
No, I'm leaving him in the bed. I'm leaving him there. And I'm off.
So more, you have never had a makeup sex?
Oh, yeah.
Then the same thing me I talk about.
I'm
So,
not,
so,
I'm not
so,
sorry
so how the
for.
hell you didn't go
I'm
on the
not sorry
settee at that
for.
time? How you didn't go on the settee at that time?
It's not easy like that, baby. Not
You
easy
tell me.
like that.
You tell me when you say not easy like that. What, he
It's
had
not
to go
easy like
half a
that.
night to like Frida? He had to rave half a night like Frida? At what point you give it up?
When I'm
Come
ready.
on, man. Huh?
When I'm ready.
So how much time you have? Yeah, what a dry grind you behind you
Yeah,
before you
work.
ready? Huh?
Work for it. It's worth it.
That's it.
What you? What? Yeah, Kamisha, she yeah.
You
What
get
you,
you
you have to work
don't
for
do
that
it
shit.
like that.
That's what I'm saying. It's called makeup sex. So
Okay, but
therefore
hold up.
you have to work for that.
When I say work for it, like break it down because I don't understand. He had to be on there
Listen,
trying
you
to.
gotta bust some sweat before you get that.
Okay, but you sleep with underwear on, right?
Sometimes.
What do you mean sometimes, no times? What something? What when menstruation you sleep with it? When no menstruation you don't?
That's
What that means?
correct. That's correct.
Oh, okay, so you basically it's off.
Oh
It's
my
off
goodness
basically.
me.
That's correct.
Watch Phil. What's Frida? Watch
You
Frida.
have to breathe, man.
Sorry, I
Eh?
can't believe
Frida.
you know.
Hold on, Bev.
Take it all in.
Bev,
Yes, Triple.
you still sleep with your underwear?
Do what?
Your underwear?
Do I sleep with one? No.
With your
No.
underwear?
No, she said no.
What
I don't
you Bev,
sleep with.
you sleep with underwear on?
No.
Oh, you said no. Oh, okay.
Listen, one time Triple rang me up, right, and he says, "What are you doing, Bev?" He says, "Ain't you got no clothes on?" I went, "I'm in
Yeah, she
bed.
was
I've got
butt.
my duvet over me."
Yeah, she
I
was
had to
butt.
hide.
Listen, me. She was butt naked. Didn't know it was me. Think it was the man calling.
Go
I,
away.
I
I
saw
knew it
I
was
saw her
you.
stash. I saw her stash. Listen, man, what are
That's
you
not
doing?
right.
Because I thought that she was playing with herself. I was like, babe, what you
Hey!
doing?
Oh my God. Dion.
No, because I did not
Go too
know.
far
She
now,
was she
man.
was
You go too
naked.
far.
She was naked. I didn't know what was
Triple.
going on.
Let's see you, bad girl.
I want.
But you are supposed to,
I did
what
not,
about you?
guys, I
Triple, I
did
could
not
not
know
see
what was
nothing.
going on. I did
He
not
could not
know.
see nothing.
I,
Don't
you
believe
see
him.
me
Don't believe.
calling somebody and they're butt naked? That was the first time it happened to me. So I didn't know what was going on.
So I had the cover up to here, and he said to me, he went, "Bev, are you naked?" I went, "Yeah."
See, you just admitted that one.
But he couldn't see anything.
Yeah, we
He
keeping it
couldn't see
real.
anything.
We keeping it real here.
Lonely Barbara, they've all seen me.
Okay.
He said,
I have this thing. I have this thing that I gotta ask you on. Now, have y'all females ever get hit on by another female?
"Yeah,
Ben, you ever get hit on by another woman? Yo,
yeah."
girl, what happened? Let me
Triple,
get
you
my chair.
remember?
I'll get my chair here. I got to hear this one. Woo! It's hot.
Triple, you remember Marion?
Oh, that's my
No,
girl.
not her. It wasn't her friend.
Oh, friend hit on you?
Her
Oh,
friend, yeah.
guys, Bev had a lesbian friend named Mary, and that woman
Yeah.
loves me.
Yeah,
Loves
she
me.
loved Triple off bad.
Listen to me. When a lesbian love a guy, I felt good because I didn't know that was possible.
Bisexual, she must have been.
No, no,
I
no,
was
no,
going
no,
to
no,
say,
no.
there's
No,
no
no, no.
lesbian that loves
No, 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 no,
guys.
no. She has never had a man.
Never slept with a man.
Never.
She's been,
Oh,
yeah,
that's bi-curious.
Yeah,
Thank you.
well,
by curious.
I would have been her first man. God rest her soul. She died. But anyway, I
Yeah,
probably, yeah,
You
she
yeah,
probably
would
we
would
love
have
was
you.
all
took her to
sitting
heaven,
around.
Triple.
Huh?
You probably would have took her to heaven. She might have seen the angels fly.
I'm small. I'm
It's
small.
not easy.
I'm small, baby. She wouldn't even know I was there.
Oh, Triple said he's small.
She wouldn't even know I was there. She'd be like, any minute now, Triple, I'm waiting. I'm like, I've been here since half an hour. All right, back to the conversation. So hold on. So Bev, you say you've been hit on by a lesbian. Okay.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
never gave in though, did you?
No, that'd be silly.
You have never got curious of how it would have been because female normally they know the exact spot to go to. You know what I'm saying? Because it's female and female. Not like a guy who, a guy would fishy around you and stuff like that and hoping that he may hit the spot and then see your eye flip over and you say, okay, I'm staying right here. Female know exactly where to go, what to touch, how to do that. So you have never been curious?
No, I wouldn't go there.
No, don't say you would not go there.
If I was going to go there, I would have done it. We was Marion, my friend, because you know Marion, I've known her for years, a very, very good friend of mine. And they invited me out to a party, right?
Go girl.
That's where shit start. That's where shit start. They should have get you drunk. That's what they should have done.
Hey, no. So yeah, I went with Marion and her girlfriend and that to this party. Anyway, when we got there, I went, what kind of party is this?
Was Chaz there? Hi, Chaz.
There was men dressed in drag.
Oh, so you've been to that party. Okay.
Yes, I went. Yeah. And it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
It's the first party like that I'd ever been to.
Yeah, they have crazy
And
parties.
obviously they knew that I was straight. But the conversations and everything that was, oh, would you ever turn? Would you, And I went, no, not me. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sat there on the settee talking to this girl. Next thing I know, she's starting to touch my leg. I went, hey. Don't even go there.
Oh
That's
my
where they went
God.
wrong. They should have give you some drinks, man. Trust me, that girl would have did that tongue lashing that night, babe. You wouldn't even know what hit you.
Oh
Well,
my
what would you
God.
do, Dion, if you met a male man? How would you react?
But
That
you know,
happened to
there's
me
some of the
already. No,
nicest
that happened to me already.
Get lost, Dion. Don't say that.
No. I told Bev about it. I was with a friend that just came up from Jamaica, so I took him to Manhattan, was showing him around. And I'm walking, we were basically on Fifth Avenue. Fifth Avenue and I think 50-something street. And I noticed this guy walking and he was looking straight in my direction, like looking at me. And I'm looking at him because I'm like, do I know this guy? Because he's dead ass, like looking straight at me. And we men, my friend walking and stuff like that. And the guy and as soon as he passed me, he's like, you're damn cute. And I turned around like that, and my friend who just came from Jamaica, he said, "What the blood clotting just said you, Dion, what you say?" So I'm not trying to calm it down, like, yo, let it slide, bro. You in New York City. He said, "What the blood clot, the boy just said to you." And I said, "Yo, just take it easy, come on." And he turned around, "Batty boy, what you say a while ago?" And I'm like, "Dude, you are the one that's gonna go to jail. Listen, man." The man said that to me, never touch me, never do anything, just keep moving, bro. Let's
That's
go.
it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a compliment. A man a compliment me. It's a compliment. Me not gonna fight the man for what? Man said me cute. I'm like, okay, move on. But he wasn't. My man was flipping. I'm like, dude, come on, let's go. So yeah, I've been there already. You know what I'm saying? But Frida, no female has ever looked at you and said,
No.
"Uh-oh."
No. I told you, Dion, I'm very hard to get to. You see, there's a wall here. You
Mm-hmm.
don't cross over it, or there's a line there. You
Mm-hmm.
don't cross over it because it ain't going nowhere.
Okay. Well, Kamisha,
It
talk to me,
isn't
Kim.
going nowhere. I can get on.
I've been hit on, as I was saying to you before, quite recently. But I've been hit on before by women.
Uh-huh. And why haven't you taken it to the tongue lashing?
Any kids on here, strictly dickly.
I call that lip smacking.
Frida, what?
Strictly dickly. No,
Kimisha, hold up, boo. Hold up, boo. Frida,
To women,
Frida, what did you say?
lip smacking.
What do you know about lip smacking,
I
Frida?
told
I think she knows a bit more than she's letting on.
Oh, you're killing me.
Lots of women got lips, so it's like lip
What?
smacking, isn't it? I suppose. What more can it be?
Lip smacking.
Kind of man and woman as a jigsaw puzzle. It fits in. You kind of what in the jigsaw puzzle don't fit together, and you're forcing something. And it's the jigsaw puzzle isn't there, but you let people.
Triple. Triple.
Oh dear.
Triple, you know why I wanted Frida on here today.
Oh, go
Oh
away.
dear.
I didn't know what. Honestly, I've
Oh
enjoyed
dear.
the show. And it's nice
God.
meeting all you
Frida,
guys
you
anyway.
gotta hit me. I'm sweating like a pig here, girl.
Go and jump into the freezer for a little bit.
Frida,
You'll
you
get
said
harder.
what is it?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she's on the water now. She's cooling down.
A little bit.
Frida, what you said? Lip smacking. It's not tongue lashing. It's lip
Oh,
smacking.
God.
Slip smacking.
Okay.
Probably tongue slapping after. I wouldn't know.
He seems to know a lot about it.
Frida,
Oh,
for a person
oh
who's been
dear, you made
sheltered
this
all
too
their
much.
life, Frida, you
So,
should know a lot. For a person who's been sheltered,
no,
you
that's not
should
knowing a
know a
lot.
lot.
That's just common sense. What would you call two women? What would you really call two women? It's lip smacking. No offense to lesbians, but it's lip smacking. What more can it be?
Okay. I got you, girl.
I'm shutting up, you know. I'm
No,
very
no, no,
sorry.
Frida, I'm enjoying you, babe.
Oh,
I'm
Frida, you're
enjoying
killing
you.
me.
I'm enjoying.
Triple.
Hold up now.
You're keeping
Moy,
it real.
hold on, Moy. Let's
What?
keep
What
it.
did you
Let's
say?
keep it real, Bo. Let's keep
Frog
it real, Bo.
munching.
Let's keep it real, Bo.
What
So,
would you call two men, though?
yo,
The Mersey Tunnel? Train tunnel? I don't know. Wonderland?
Oh! Oh, God.
Oh
Take me to
dear.
heaven.
I
Oh
don't
dear.
know. I don't know. Honestly.
Frida.
Oh my God.
Hey,
What
Two
did
men.
I put
Hold
myself into?
Hold on. Two men is Mercy Tunnel. Did Frida say Mercy Tunnel?
the Mersey
Mercy
Tunnel.
Tunnel.
Yeah. Where is that? Liverpool. The Mersey Tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Frida is not even. She's not even close to Liverpool.
Mm.
Mhm.
God.
Oh dear.
Mercy. How, Mercy Tunnel. Okay.
It's
More.
not Mercy. It's not
Huh?
Mercy.
Mersey.
It's
Actually, it would
Mersey.
be Mercy, wouldn't it, when you think about it?
Mm.
Yeah, rename that.
You are so offending gay guys right now.
No, we're not offending the gay people, right? Because you know something, they're the most politest people you can get on with, right? But the thing is, okay, the thing is that some people, right, they can get on with gay people, but they say they won't convert you, but eventually you'll be converted.
No. That's not true because I weren't converted.
Do we know that? How do we really know that? Put your hands where they
Oh
shouldn't be.
dear.
Oh
Mm.
my gosh. Oh, that is funny. That is so funny. So Moy, so please, can I hear from you? Have you ever been approached?
Who?
Yeah, but ultimately it's girls forget it. That's not how I wet it. Period.
Hey, that's it.
Hey.
Done.
Hold on.
Done.
Girls forget it. That's not
That's
how I
not
wet it.
how I wet it.
That's a
But
good
but
one.
but Moy, the tongue wetted fast, ain't it?
Period. Full stop. Full stop.
Moy.
Not for me, darling.
Okay, now for you, you had to change that because the tongue wetted fast, ain't it?
Good luck to that, innit? Man have tongue too, if not that.
I'm just asking.
Do you think
Man,
Facebook could
man's
cut
got
us
that.
off?
Huh?
No. Frida. What's up
What
with
Frida say?
Frida? She said she
What
thinks
Frida say?
Facebook will cut us off.
Frida, you on here. Facebook is surprised. They want to hear your shit. They want to hear what you
Yeah.
got.
Nah, it's probably what they're doing behind the scenes. We don't know.
But to answer a question you said earlier, Triple, earlier on you said that you made a comment about women know how to satisfy women better
Yes.
because obviously a woman knows a woman's body. But I don't agree with that statement for the simple fact as well. Women, everybody's different. Everybody's got personal preferences. What one woman likes doesn't mean another woman likes that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
you got a point there. You got a point there also. Yeah, you got a point there. But
She shot the arrow.
women tend to know about another woman, sensitivity spot more than a guy. Of course, women tend to know that. Yes.
They know about theirs.
So why does a man enjoy a man?
I have
Well,
no
tell
idea.
you better.
That I can't tell. I don't know.
But how come you can tell by a woman?
Well. You with a woman. You enjoying the woman. She's giving you what I should say. A reflection of her enjoyment. She's giving kissing whatever. You guys are
But that's
rowing.
what she's giving. That's what she's giving the man. So how does the man relate to the woman in being two lesbian people? How does a man relate to being two gay people? Or if I've got that right, two gay men?
I don't know. I don't know. Now, if you're talking two
Well,
men,
as he
if you're
says,
talking,
he
if you're
says
talking,
a woman knows what a woman wants, so that must mean a man knows what a man wants.
Man wants.
you know,
Okay,
you know.
okay, got that one.
Thanks, Kamisha. Thank you, Kamisha. Thank you very much. You
Did you
said
see
that.
Triple couldn't answer that one though?
You said that
But he was
so
digging
good.
into the women.
Let him dig, let him dig.
Give me a minute.
Oh, Triple.
Oh, dear.
Oh my gosh. Thank you very much, Kamisha. You sure put that thing. But hold on. What about enjoying if you have a partner and your partner said, "Babe, could you bring somebody else in the bedroom to spice it up?" What would you say? Bev?
No.
What do you mean no?
I've been asked that before.
Ah! And oh, hold
I
on.
said,
Your boyfriend asked you to bring another female?
another man.
What?
Eh?
Wait,
Bring another man into the bedroom.
hold on. So,
What?
Bev, you have two dick in bed with you?
It never happened. Hell
No,
no.
but hold on. Your man wants you to get another man in bed? Are you freaking kidding me? What the heck?
No,
What, he had shortcomings?
that's no respect.
Was he bringing the man for himself or for you?
No,
That's
for
odd.
me. For me.
For you.
Oh, so he
Mm.
does he like to watch? He like to watch?
I don't know. It never happened.
Hold
I
on,
think he's
babe.
just
Hold on,
trying to
babe.
get his
Hold on, babe.
fantasy.
Hold on. Let me see if those are red flags. Babe, at any given time, he said to you, play along and I watch.
No.
At no
He just
time
wanted
he
to
given.
bring.
No,
He just
babe,
wanted.
no, babe. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not talking about that. At any given time, he wants you to play with yourself and he'll watch. Like you touching your breast, you did have any time in the relationship he wanted you to do that and he watch?
Yeah, of course. He was my partner, but that was out.
I know. That's the red flags, guys. Him like for watch. That's why him tell you to bring another man in because he want to
Not
see what he
me to
want.
bring another man.
Yeah,
He
Bev.
was going to bring the man in.
Yes, I know. You're not listening, Bev. Listen. And
Sorry,
you
sorry,
understand
sorry.
where I'm going. Yes. He like to watch you play along with yourself for him. So now he's stepping up the ladder.
But
He want
that,
to bring
yes.
another dick in and watch the dick
Oh,
with
shit.
you. Because
But
so that's the red flags right there, ladies.
yeah, so I would
If
never
a
do
man
that.
like
Never.
to watch you
Never.
play with yourself, he
Hmm.
soon bring another man in. Red
Hell no.
flags. No,
The
if you
man
have
has
no
no
right,
respect. The man has no respect when asking the woman,
no,
right, to
Frida,
accept.
But
Frida.
you know what? But Frida, this was years, going back years when I was a lot younger.
Frida.
Yeah, but I
When I was
mean,
a lot
that's
younger.
what every man's dream is to have two
Yeah, two
women,
women. Yeah,
or
yeah.
the
Every
woman,
man's dream.
the woman to have a man and a man. It's just a fantasy, just a dream. Every man wants that. And if a
Yeah.
woman falls for it, big fool.
No, Frida, you cannot say that. I would totally disagree with you.
Yeah,
No,
I
I've
would
no,
heard,
no,
agree.
no, no,
No,
no,
Disagree.
no.
no,
That's not
no.
love.
No,
That's
no,
not
no,
love,
Frida,
triple.
no.
But
Now
no,
you're
Frida,
wrong.
but it
No, that's
happens.
love.
It happens.
Triple, it's
Frida,
love. It's
Frida,
love.
you are Frida, that's your opinion, love. You cannot say that. Speak for yourself. It's not
I'm
love
speaking for
for
myself, but
me.
that's my opinion, and
Okay.
nothing can change
Triple,
me.
triple.
Women,
Just read what Phyllis
women,
wrote, right? Just read what
women. At
Phyllis
the
wrote.
end of the day, are like a diamond. Okay,
I
they
think it's a
don't
matter
need
of
to be hidden.
preference again.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
Preference.
Okay.
each to their own, because
Hold
some
on.
people like to switch things up in the bedroom, like
Yeah, yeah.
your
Absolutely.
personal
You've
preference
Yeah.
got
is
to.
you
Sometimes
don't
you've got
like
to
Yeah.
that, but
spice
there
it
are
up.
women out there that like to watch their
Yeah.
man with another woman and they experience another woman. You know, I've never heard of a guy say, "Oh, bring another male." So what Bev C was saying, to me, that was unusual. Usually,
Yeah.
a guy would say, "Oh, could we
Other than a
invite
woman.
another
Well,
female?"
bring another woman, yeah.
Yeah, but to bring another man, that would make me query the man himself. I'd be
Yeah,
thinking there's
that's
something a bit
right.
funky about him.
Yeah, something's
I
wrong.
suppose I'm a bit
Hold
old
on,
fashioned.
hold on.
That's all
Chop,
it
chop, chop,
is.
chop, 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 guys. Hold on. Phyllis wrote in the room, I don't mind trying out sleeping with two guys in the bedroom. It's bedroom bully for me. Boom, boom.
Hey, go
Ah,
Phyllis! Go Phyllis!
oh,
But
You
Phyllis is
go,
still around.
Phyllis. Phyllis kept it real.
yes, she did.
Phyllis kept it real. She don't mind another dick in the bed. You go, boo. Keeping it
Ah,
real. She keeping it
oh,
real. For real. All right, hold up now. Argument nice. Argument
I'm
nice.
afraid I'm going to have to leave the meeting.
Why?
I've got a bit of an emergency going on here.
Oh, you
So
do.
sorry.
Can you come back?
nice meeting you and speaking to you because it's the first
You
time
too.
I've
It was
met
Frida,
you.
lovely.
Frida.
It was lovely, Frida. Or just give me 10 minutes. I need to sort something out in here. I
Okay.
might
No,
come back.
we go wait for that 10 minutes because I gotta
What
get
Yeah.
time are we looking to finish?
it. When you come back.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, let
All
me
He's
right.
still
sort
at
this
it
out.
again.
Yeah,
Okay.
just end that you can come back on the same link.
Yeah, you can come back in.
Yes, again, back into
Excuse me.
what you're saying as Kamisha is saying, you know what I'm saying? You have females who definitely they want to spice up their bedroom. It's not no form of disrespect because you talk to your partner and you guys have a realness right there. And if the female agree, you know what I'm saying, that's fine. And if the man
Mm.
agree, that's what it is. You bring
Yeah,
somebody
you
else.
got to find
There's
out your dislikes
nothing wrong about
and
spicing
your
up your,
likes.
your
No, nothing wrong with
relationship.
it.
Nothing wrong about spicing. It's how you go about spicing your relationship. And
Yeah.
if that's what spice the relationship up, that's fine. You can't tell a person, you know, because you have some people, them bedrooms suck. And that's why they get cheated on both male and female.
Yeah.
Because the
Hmm.
female dead in the bedroom. Dead. And you have the man suck in the bedroom too. Because you have some man out there, them, they don't know nothing. And them have the biggest bedroom talk. You understand? They have the biggest bedroom talk and they're
When it
suck
comes
in
down
bed.
to it, it's
You
different,
understand?
different
So
thing
it's all
altogether.
about what you guys want to spice up the relationship. Some go different. Some do toys. I remember I have this friend of mine. She's Italian, a very good friend of mine. And she's Italian. And one time she said to me, she said, um, I love my boyfriend. And I said, okay, why you say that? She just come out and she said, me, her sitting down. I was by her home and she was talking, and she said, you know what he did last night? He brought a strap on, and when she said brought a strap on,
Hey.
I'm like in my mind, like, how the fuck he brought a strap on? So I want to hear what's going on, you know. So she said he brought a strap on in the bedroom. So I said, okay, and what happened? She said, oh, he banged the hell out of me as always. I was screaming as always, and I'm sick and tired of him. I've been screaming because he's huge. I said, okay. Then she said, then he turned to me and he handed me the strap on, and she gave it, and she tell him, he told her to put it on and bang him. And when she said that, I said, he's gay. And she said, no, he's a freak. I said, no, he's gay. And
Gay.
she said, no, he's a freak. And I said, babe, I know I froze, but I'm finishing up with this. She said, he is a freak. And I said, so what did you do? She said, I put it on and I remember how he tear my ass up. I tore his ass up. Just like how he was doing me, I tore his ass up, make him be screaming just like me. And I'm laughing and I'm trying to convince her. I said, if the guy brought a dildo in or anything to be used on him, that's a sign right there that he's gay. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense what I said to her. She was telling me, no, he's a freak. What do you think about that?
So,
He's gay.
yeah, he
Plain and
likes
simple,
he
he's
likes
gay.
both. He likes both.
And
He, maybe he hasn't experienced another man yet, but that's the first step to it.
yeah,
Yeah, maybe, yes, yeah.
it's no matter
hmm
what I said to her, she just tell me that he is a freak. You know what I'm saying? And she should know freak from water because, she's like a madam. So, so she's supposed to know, but she claimed that he's a freak, you know? I was like,
Freak is
wow.
hanging from chandeliers and, using different tools and stuff in the bedroom. But when it comes to fucking your man with a dildo, he's gay.
Yeah,
That's not freak. That's your
oh,
gay.
Yeah.
I'm not too good at the chandelier. I tried the chandelier, but it didn't help. It didn't hold me up at all. Me and the chandelier came right back down throughout the whole ceiling. Yeah, but yeah, that's
Oh
crazy.
dear. With
That's crazy.
Frida.
So, Bev, what's the freakiest thing you ever did?
God, you're really delving into my business, aren't you?
Oh,
No. What's the freakiest thing? I don't see that that's being those in your business. That's the freakiest thing you ever did.
What's the freakiest?
Because I
Let
know
me
you,
think.
Bev. I kid you not. I could say you're a little freak there. A hidden one.
Sometimes.
You're a hidden
Who
freak.
isn't? Who isn't a freak sometimes in the bedroom?
You have a lot of people in here that would say they're not a freak, but of course they are in their own
They
way.
are. They are. They just wouldn't admit to it. Yeah, everybody's got that little bit of freakiness
Bev,
in them
Bev,
when
Bev,
it comes to the
Bev,
bedroom.
Bev.
I don't even
Yeah.
think it's freakiness no more. I
You know
think
who?
it's just standard.
You know who I think? You know who I think is a little freak?
Who?
Marie B. I think she is a freak under the quiet. That's my intake.
Marie?
Marie B. I think
Yeah,
so.
I'm just looking.
Yeah, I guarantee you, she is a freak in her own way. But we wouldn't know about that. But I think she is. So Ben, continue with your thing. What's the freakiest?
I don't want to
Ben,
know.
don't tell me you're trying to remember because when you're trying to remember, that
I
means
don't want to say.
you are really freaky because you freak out so much you don't even know which one to tell me. Yeah, Ben,
Oh, no, 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 no.
talk to me.
No, no, I'm not telling you.
Think about it, Bev.
No, I'll tell you on the quiet.
No, we don't want to hear. I don't want to hear on you quiet. No. Hold on. Kamisha, talk to me, boo.
Mm-mm. That's for me to know.
There you go.
What's your...
You watch her, yes. That is for
What's
me
not
to know.
Don't pull
triple,
Frida stunt on me.
triple?
I've got freaky me alone, Nita. I don't deny nothing. I'm freaky.
You're
Yes,
freak.
that's
You're
it.
a freak.
I'm
And
freaky, but as I
sometimes
said,
you got
that's
to
for
be,
me to know.
if you get the right guy as well to be freaky with.
Yeah, you have to have the right guy. The chemistry
The
has to
guy,
be there.
yeah, yeah. hmm
Uh, okay,
if
so
his
so so
chemistry's not
hold on.
there, you can't.
So so if the chemistry is there, how much do your freakiness have like a cutoff point wherein okay, that's it now. I think we already passed.
It's like if you meet a female on the road, you've got to have a sexual attraction to them. You're not just going to go and lay down with anybody. You've got to have a sexual attraction to somebody. It's not everybody you see that's a female. You're going to say, "Oh yeah, I'd do her." Do you know what I mean? It's the same for a woman with a male. You've got to have that chemistry.
True.
It's you'll know when it's there, but it's
hmm
you just go along with it. I don't
Wow.
think it's something that you plan. It's something that's natural.
Just comes, yeah. I remember one time.
Yeah, Bev.
You see how quick
I,
he got it.
because your story is, I like your story. Your story is
Yeah, right.
proper.
When I was with my longtime partner, he says, "Oh, I brought you something. It's on the bed in the bedroom." Wait, what? So I went in and I opened it all up, and a little black mini skirt. I tell you, it didn't even cover my backside. With a little leather top that just like a tiny little boob tube with two little holes for the nipple.
Ah.
And a little, you know those tassel whips
Yeah.
with the tiny. With that, I said, here, what do you want me to do with this with you then?
Wow.
Hello,
That was
Triple.
that was one night of freakiness. That was, but yeah.
I've just come back to the
But
show.
you
I'm
got
sorry,
to make it.
I missed
You've
some
got
of it.
you've got to make it not special in the bedroom, but you've got to get, like you say, Kamisha, you've got to get the freak on.
Yeah.
And you've got to keep it going, because I think that's
Yeah.
where a lot of relationships get so boring, that men
Yeah,
go
it's
and
the
look
same
elsewhere.
thing. It's the same
You don't
routine.
want the same thing all the time.
That's
You
where they
want to
can
You don't want it in the
go off.
explore.
bedroom all the time.
You've got to explore. You've got to explore.
Yeah.
And
What
anybody that
what did I miss? Bev, I missed the part where you said what he brought in the bedroom? What he brought? I missed that part. He brought a
it was,
dildo?
no.
Oh, sorry. What he brought?
It was. I said a little miniskirt, like with a little boob tube thing.
Okay. Does it have the
With,
garter bells in
Hold on, you heard the rest of it.
and the boob tube like had little holes in for the nipples, so the nipples.
your
And then
nipple stuck out?
yeah, through the holes.
Yes.
And
I
a
like
little
that guy.
whip, and a little whip with the tassels on the end.
Does it bigger than my whip?
No,
Oh,
smaller than yours.
okay.
Yeah.
How do you know,
And we
Beth?
were just saying that was. I mean, I wouldn't.
That's
It
more
was a
my
good
whip.
night. It was a good night. I wouldn't say it wasn't, but it's like we were saying. When you're in a relationship, you've got to keep it going. You can't be
Yeah,
doing the
spice
same
it up.
thing time after time after time, because the man's going to get bored with you, and you're going to get bored with him.
And then
So
they're gonna
Definitely.
what?
you've got to keep it going in the bedroom. You've got to
You know what
explore
happened?
and do
That's
new things.
that's
You
the
got to.
same thing. That's the same thing I always say. And then female tend to, I could be wrong with what I'm saying, but that's my opinion in certain ways. Female quick to say, oh, the man cheat, and I have this man cheat, and numerous men cheat on me, and I'm like, so why you think he cheated? Have you done anything wrong? No, I do everything you want, I give him. Like, but again, it's how, not just laying on your back and, he enter you and that's it. I give
Yeah,
him
it's like
sex
I
if
said
he
to a
want.
friend of mine
But,
one time
yeah.
when we was talking about sex and everything. And she said to me, what is an orgasm? She didn't even know what an orgasm was.
A lot of women don't know what's an orgasm. They have never had, and then
Oh,
some of them have
God.
kids. Some of them have kids and some of them are grown. They don't know what an orgasm is. They have never experienced an orgasm.
I said, so
But
what do you
but
do
they
then
experience,
when
but
you're
they
making love?
experience.
She said, I just lie on my back and think of England, let him do his thing. Wham bam, ma'am, thank you, mum, and he's gone. I went, what?
That's just having sex for the fun of having sex. That's just
Yeah,
doing it for the sake of it.
yeah,
And you don't want that missionary stuff. Like, to me,
no. And she
we've
was
got to have a little
married to
role
him.
play, little foreplay, switch it up.
And
I
she
like the
was
role. I
married.
like the role play. I like the role play part. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to, when you've got a
You
partner,
can't
you've
just
got to
go
switch it
straight
up and
in.
make it exciting. If you're just laying there, like, letting
Yeah.
them do their thing, then that's just wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
But
Like, we don't want that.
but
Yeah,
when
you
you
don't want that, no.
when I look at a female laying down, I already see the two turntables. So I'm home already. I already see the two turntables. So I'm home already. Oh, this is a new DJ set. You know what I'm saying? Woo! You know what I'm saying? So you don't
Oh,
especially
God.
you have to be very careful. You know what I'm saying is the nipples is the You feel me? You know, you
Yeah, but not every man knows how to deal with a woman, because a lot of guys, they don't even like to do foreplay. They don't like to do anything.
No,
They just
want to
think
jump straight
if
in.
they get on top of a woman and pound a woman, that they're doing something, and it's like
No,
a woman takes time to climax. A woman isn't a man.
Misha, who has to be blamed for that is the woman, is not the man, because they allow that to happen. Because number one, if you lay down and the man jump off and ready for jump on and stick you, hey, back up, bro. Come on now, work for this shit. You know what I'm saying?
We know that, but some women don't know any better.
They just the pouncing, boom, 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 and that's it. A woman have to take that. Frida, you alright?
I'm trying to hold it all in. Don't worry, carry on.
Frida,
Keep
Frida,
it.
Frida, you ever have your eyes
Who
flipped over
is
backwards and your mouth
Frida?
open? And
Who's
Frida,
Who's
Frida,
Frida? Yeah, who is she?
I know. I'm wondering if Frida ever have her eyes flipped backwards, her mouth open up wide with you want to bring a song out and that song cannot come out. You're like, you know what I'm saying? You just have that mouth open at a certain 360 degrees or 90 degrees, no sound coming out. Your eyes is backwards and you just on cloud 9 or cloud 10. That's one of the sweetest things.
I'm going to leave you to your imagination.
Thank you. Kamisha,
Yeah.
have you ever had that have that eyes flip backwards, mouth open, no sound coming out?
I don't know about no sound coming out.
Also, you telling me you're a noisemaker?
You ask too much question.
Yeah, he does.
Are you a noisemaker?
If he's doing his job right,
What Bev say?
are you a
Do you make
noisemaker?
noise? Are you a noisemaker?
Well, if the ladies, if everything is right, probably not hear me than her.
Triple,
Yes.
what do you call your system? What do you call
My
your
sister,
DJ system? Have you got a name for it?
I've never thought of that. I've never thought of that.
Because the way you talk is the way you play them. The way you talk is the
Oh, I nearly fell off backwards.
Listen to me, Frida.
God.
Frida, I am so enjoying you. I kid you not.
Oh,
Frida, I
I
want it.
know, but you see them turntables and then you go shh, and they go shh.
I'm telling you that Frida's a real brummie, you know. You're a real brummie.
Isn't she just?
Frida,
No
Frida.
filter.
Hold on. Frida, do that again. Frida, do that again. I see. I was enjoying that move. Go
Which
ahead, Frida.
people? Which?
Go ahead. Make that move
That
again.
one.
Move that body again. Go again,
Yeah,
Frida.
you're like, woo!
Frida, move it longer. A little bit longer.
Then you're on the turntable.
Keep
like,
going.
oh,
Keep going, Frida. Frida, I swear, if you keep doing that, I'm gonna have an orgasm. Seriously. Keep doing that.
Listen, Triple. Now stop
Oh
kissing
my
the
God.
ground.
Oh, she
Oh,
was
God.
attacked. Listen to me. Oh my God, Frida body was moving. Wow.
Triple. You see,
Yeah.
your listeners, there's a lot of males you said on there, right? Actually, there might become a lot more DJs after that. You know what I mean?
What's in that thing? Wipe on?
And then
Wipe off?
Bev,
dancing like that.
No,
I
Triple,
think
don't.
Frida, hold on, Frida. How you said that dancing? Go again. Go ahead again.
I said you lift your leg up and then you start moving and moving and moving. I'm sure you think you're having sex with your system.
Keep going, Frida. Keep going, Frida. Keep going.
Next subject, Triple, come.
Closer.
Guys, I will not have Frida in this position any longer. Let me enjoy my rave.
Yeah. Do you know how long it
Let
took
me
me to get
enjoy.
Frida to come and do this?
I will not get. Bev, could you imagine we have Marie B in the room this morning?
Whoa,
I'd have to go drink. I have to go for a cup of water. Probably have to go for the bottle of rum.
Yes, bring the rum, come see my glass here.
Oh my God. Hola. Christine Renegade is in the room.
Triple was watching her moves
Christine,
and boobs.
Christine, I cannot have you
What did you
and
say,
Marie
Bev?
in here at the same time.
Oh, no,
Christine
sir,
Renegade,
Frida,
I
are you
can't have
talking
you
about
and
triple
Marie being
widery?
in here at the same time.
Tell me later, Bev.
What's up, Phyllis? She had talked about twerk. Said that Frida twerk.
What?
Phyllis
I
said that you
didn't
twerk.
hear that.
Phyllis saying that you're twerking.
But
No,
you know what? Talking
I have not
about
got a
sex.
big backside to twerk.
Frida, you
Have I
have
got
a
a big
big backside.
backside to twerk?
You have a huge
No,
back. You have a
I've got a
huge bone.
backbone. I haven't got a backbone like that, and it kind of.
Frida, let me see your butt.
No, sorry, that's kind of mine. It's private. Thank you very much. No.
Because I know she have a big butt, so I don't know what you're talking about. She got a huge butt.
Triple, do you
Okay.
talk? Do you talk to me, or do you just talk to me to watch the boobies and the butts?
Tamisha,
Which
excuse me,
one?
Tamisha.
I'm gonna be quiet, Bev. I'm gonna be quiet. I know what parts Bev watch when she's watching you.
I beg your pardon. I think you've got me mixed up with Phyllis. That's Phyllis.
Guys, do you want to hear the sweetest joke? Like Phyllis inboxed me one time. She was like, "Triple, what's up with?" I had like a bad week and stuff like that, so I was juggling the music and I wasn't dancing. Even Bev was like, "Triple, what's up? What you did wasn't dancing. You wasn't feeling it." So I'm like, Phyllis went into my inbox. She was like, "Triple, what's up with the fucking wine? The blood clot whining. What's up? I'm in front of my TV. What's up?" And I didn't understand what Phyllis was doing when she said she was in front of her TV. So I realized now that Phyllis put me up on her 50-inch TV. And when I'm doing the whining, Phyllis right up on the TV like, yes. So she's watching for a bulge. Yeah. Yes. So I did not know until I found out later on she had me up on the big screen TV, so she see every crevice and corner when I'm whining, and she just right there, like examining my front end, and see what's going on. Cause she said to me one time, "Felix, Triple, I saw a bulge." I'm like, "A bulge?" She said, "Yes, I saw a bulge." So of
Triple.
course she's.
One time after the show, she phoned me and she said, "Bev, see you." I went, "Yeah, Phyllis."
Bev, you're low,
Yeah.
Bev.
Am I? Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't go any lower, Bev.
She said, "Bev." She phoned me up and she went, "Bebsy." I went, "Yes, Phyllis." Lining up tonight. Did you see his waist? I said, "Are you sure that's all you was looking at, Phyllis?" She went, "No, I was looking elsewhere."
I think Triple. I think because of Phyllis being sitting down, right? I think she come to a level where she didn't want to stand up. She wanted to stay low.
She wanted to do what?
Do you get what I mean, Bev?
She didn't want to
Instead of
stand
getting
up
up,
when she was watching you. She wanted to
she
keep
didn't
sitting
want to
down
stand
because
up.
she's at eye level.
She's eye level with what? With what, Frida?
With your part.
You're bloody right. I have to watch it close up, Triple.
With your part, it's hitting the eyes and that's why she sees every crack. What
So
do they call it? Crack a nanny or what? I don't know what
Crank,
it's called. I don't know.
crank and cranny.
Oh, Marie B.
Oh God, I get my words mixed up.
Oh
oh
dear.
my God, no sir.
Okay.
Hold up. What Marie said? Well,
Well, if she was waiting for the bulge, she would be waiting forever. That was a pair of socks, laugh out loud. Oh dear. But you know,
my
I mean,
God.
all jokes aside, I mean, there are women out there that simply don't care about sex. Don't you think?
Okay. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and I think there are a lot of sexless marriages.
Oh yeah. You got
Yeah,
even
there is.
couples sleep in different rooms.
Yeah.
And they've been married for years and they got two different separate bedrooms.
But
I
why?
think that is such a waste. Well,
Yeah.
we may think it's such a waste and it's that, but to them it's a normal thing. That's something that they.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Some do it because of religion as well in their beliefs, and some do it because of that. Some do it because of certain times of women because they're not meant to. So they have separate rooms, separate
Mm.
beds, you know.
But,
And
but
what more can I say?
can you put religion or anything over sex? The whole side
They
to
they
me.
they 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 have to as well on the Islamic side when it comes to that because of its part of a certain time of a woman. You know me, it's hard for me to say words. I've never spoken so much. So because of that, they have to separate as well because that's how it goes. Google it
Well,
in, check it out.
I think
Mm,
women that are single miss a close relationship with a male and find closeness with maybe a close friend, not in a sexual way or anything like that. And I think probably that's why women do so well on their own, being alone.
A lot of women want to be on their own, they say, because they don't have to put up with all this looking after men anymore. And it is a lot of
Mm.
women that's going like that. And yes, it's like they're not tied down anymore. And it's such a shame, that it's getting like that.
well,
It,
the biggest thing right now, especially in America, the toy store is one of the is $1 billion business right now. It's a
more so
billion
today,
business,
more
and
so.
uh, I tell you, but my favorite store, they keep emailing me stuff. They keep sending me
And summers.
emails and stuff. And oh, I love that store.
That's because you
Ooh,
must be a regular.
oh yeah, I be
Oh,
walking up.
yeah.
I be walking up in those summers like I own it. Yeah, I love it.
Uh,
I don't know how comes woman is not in that store because we have Victoria's Secret here, and so much let Victoria's Secret look like crap.
Triple,
mm.
would you ever, because you us have toys for women and stuff now, like, and everything, but listening to you, oh yeah, would you go for one of them dolls?
No, because you know why? I seen the
I think
dolls
they're
before.
disgusting.
I see no Phyllis no.
Ooh, Phyllis, calm
Um
down,
um
girl.
oh gosh, Frida,
You got him,
Frida,
Phyllis.
Frida, Frida. Yeah, I again, the doll is not for me, but I'm not gonna knock somebody who is into that. I rather they into doll and they tear the doll ass up than tear a kid's ass. You know what I'm saying? A kid or rape somebody. I don't care what they do to a doll, whatever. That's fine. If that's their fetish, their fetish. I cannot knock a person because that's their fetish. That's
But
their
the
fetish.
man married his doll. He married his doll.
But one thing,
Yeah, but men
I've
has
seen,
married the
yeah,
animals. Men has married the animals too.
yeah, but that's another
Oh
level.
God.
That's called bestiality. That's a
Yeah,
bestiality.
that's bestial. That's the difference.
That's sickness. That's a sickness. That's not no frigging crave or whatever. And I know somebody who did that. I had a best friend of mine, best frigging friend of mine that was caught with an animal. You know what I'm saying?
Disgusting.
Uh-oh.
And I was so sad, and it took me years. It took me almost 7 years to talk to him, and I asked him. I said,
I don't think anyone could talk to
and,
somebody that does that.
he's living in Jamaica. He was caught with a cow, and and
Whoa.
uh, and it took me almost 7 years to talk to him. He was my best friend, and I asked him. I just said to him, and when he got married, he had to move out to the area and live in Kingston, and that part of that life went away. And I finally had the nerve to spoke to him after how many years, and I said, "What happened? Tell me what happened." And the only thing that he could have said to me, he like, "I don't know what happened to me. I just went out of my head." And
Mm.
I did not settle for what he said because to me, I think he has a sickness that if he don't get help,
Yeah.
it will come right back. Because okay, for a person to have sex with somebody, something, somewhat, you have to have some form of
Mine.
interest or something have to trigger that trigger something to make you have your cock stand. Your penis got to get hard. You
Yeah.
cannot have sex with your penis dead. You understand? So for him to get a hard on an animal, that's the sick part. So without he get help on that, it will come back to him, come back and haunt him. You know what I'm
It has
saying?
also causes diseases which TB, and many animals had TB, which was found that there was also men that had TB that owned the animals, and people was eating them slaughtered animals, and you know, sick,
It's,
the sick, the sick,
it's, it's a
the
sickness.
corrupted and sick.
Yeah. I
It's a
don't know how
sickness
somebody can
because
get off on
for
that.
you to get hard on an animal, there's something that this what you look at the animal and something stimulates you. Like what the hell could it stimulate somebody to get a sexual rose from an
You're probably
animal?
Yeah,
thinking, what a big ass. Oh my God, I wonder where that would lead me to. Would it lead me to the Mersey Tunnel? And that's probably what it is. People are having so much big asses out there now that they're blinding men's eyes.
can I just
Oh
excuse me a minute, 1 minute?
And
yeah.
some people are natural like that and they've got a natural beauty, but some are just going over the top with injections.
Yep.
And
Again,
the poor children are watching this, and our children are getting corrupted. And before you know it, you're going to have a lot of children getting done. So
it's crazy. I got 20 minutes, and we gonna call it. Yeah. But
sorry, have I said too much, Triple?
no, 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 no. You're fine. You're fine. It's just a sick act. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to something like that,
I
it's
think a lot
just
of women are getting disrespected as well by how some men are treating them
all right.
in the way of also dance moves, as you can see. And it's just a big dance craze going out there. And I just think it's, you know, they're more beautiful than letting that happen to them. Do you know
All
what I
right.
mean?
That's true. That's true. One thing that I want to wrap up also on, sometime last week, a week before last week, on the Line TV group page, Lorna B posted a video of this girl.
Yeah.
Oops,
It's
sorry.
one of the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. The girl is very beautiful.
Pretty.
And I'm saying a
It is.
girl because, but she's a chick with a dick. You
Yeah.
understand? And when I say girl, if we did not see the bottom part of her, you could not know it was a girl.
A man.
It's a man.
Yeah.
You
A
would
man.
not know. Her breast is the formation of the breast is beautiful. Her face, she is out of this world. Beautiful.
I don't know if I
Beautiful.
could.
And when I made a comment on it, I said that's a beautiful girl. And everybody was like, Triple, how
Then
could you
jump
say
on
that?
Triple.
They jumped on me and it was like, how could you say that's a beautiful girl? And I'm saying, okay, guys, look at this. Take off the dick. Look at her. And they were like, okay, yeah, you got a point. I know I have a point.
You
She's a
would have never have
beautiful
known it was
girl.
a man.
You would
You
have
would never
never
have known.
known if we did not see the dick part. You would not know. You'd think that's a beautiful girl could walk
Woman.
down a runway. She has
Triple.
the height. She has the physique, everything. And I'm
Everything.
saying right now, a lot of women is threatened by these sex changes. And I say, why these sex changes? Because remember, when a guy is doing a sex change right now, it's not that who can afford it, they go to a real deal doctor. They're not going to the backyard doctor that you see.
No.
You see some ass on Facebook. The ass, one cheek is that way and the next cheek is the other way. One boobs, the two boobs pointing in different direction like this. When they go to a real proper doctor, they are coming up proper.
Yeah.
If
But
y'all
there
don't
are
know
some
what I
people
mean
that's
with me,
born like it.
open your eyes. They are going hard and they are coming out looking sometimes so perfect. Very perfect and proper. And it's so sad because when you take this person as a guy, when you take this person, especially a guy, you meet a female that you think is a female, and you won't know is a dude until when you go to bed. Then what happened next?
I don't understand that because they sellotape it back.
Huh?
They sellotape it back, and I do not understand a man that sees a woman so beautiful. Well, as they think it's a woman, right? They can't help themselves if they're, the kind of genes, whatever, is different than others. But they sellotape it all back, and you hear the stories of one man that has kind of been with this man, right? Because there are people born that way, right? That are like that, and they're segregated, if that's the word, from everybody else in the city.
Segregated, yeah.
Yeah, and that is like in the Muslim countries and that,
Yeah.
India and Pakistan as well. But Triple, listen, and the man, right, seriously, didn't even know that it was a man in all them months. How can that be? How can that be?
But unless they have not had sex or whatever.
No, they were sleeping together. They were
But
sleeping together.
yeah, that's easy. That's easy to, and he don't know.
But wouldn't the sellotape sweat up and it might
No,
drop down?
no, feel it. No,
Yeah,
no,
they
Frida,
took it right round.
Frida, you assuming. No.
No.
Guess what happened? Guess what happened? Let me tell you a simple thing that it can happen. It can happen this way. Sex is always in the dark. Always in the dark for them. Always in the dark. And why? Because, of course, I guarantee you this person is a spooning position 24/7. Spooning position with this person. So they lay on their side, whatever, spooning hold his friggin' balls and cock forward, and the next person don't know. So of course, where he's pushing and don't realize in the butt, and he don't know because the whole place is dark.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
I don't know if anybody could see what I'm saying. I said it's an easy thing, of course. And the worst of the person is a big female. You know
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
a
saying?
woman wouldn't
It's
have no
hard.
big fat things down there, would they? So he should know that he's holding on to
Big,
something
what do
that's
you mean?
just like his own.
Big fat? What do you mean big fat?
Some
I'm
women
not taking
don't
the
even
word.
know. Some
Huh?
women don't
Because
even
some,
know.
some of these person that you see switch over, sometimes they have a small penis. They have small balls. So it's easy to be
Well, I
manipulated.
Triple, I cropped the picture, yeah?
Oh, you
To
cropped
say,
it?
yeah, I cropped it off. Let me show you. This
Yeah,
is the
sure.
girl, yeah? You
Go,
can't see nothing.
okay. Go ahead, because I wanted you if you could share it. Okay. Look at that girl. Thank you, Bev.
I can't
That's a
see
guy.
that. Yeah,
You
because
hold
some
it
are
right there,
born
Bev.
like that naturally, you know, Triple. Some are malely born and they have them parts.
Okay.
If they
You see
are,
that?
they are
No,
naturally.
Kamisha,
he has had a sex change. Definitely.
Kamisha, look at that.
But
That's a beautiful girl.
he's had the transition, but kept the bottom part. He kept
Yes.
it.
But you
And
know
if
what?
you,
There's so
and if
much
you,
of it going on now. But at the end of the day, if you want to be a trans, that's entirely up to you. But I think you should be
It's their
open to the
business.
other person. You need to let them know that's the situation. Like, I'm trans. Give that person an option. Do you
That's
know what I
right.
mean?
And some
But
don't
this is how people are
relate.
getting themselves in a problem because you're pretending to be what you're not.
Yeah,
Do you
because
know
you
what I
get
We've
mean?
really
already
beaten up
seen
as
it.
well.
Kamisha,
I'm not being funny. I don't promote violence, but I'd beat you up too if you tried that with me.
Mm.
You know,
I
you need to
would,
be honest with people. You need to say, I'm a
Totally agree.
trans. This is
Yeah.
my situation. You know, nobody can't tell you so you can't be a woman in a man's body if that's what you prefer.
Then it's
But
that
be open
person's
to the
choice,
other
isn't it?
person. You know, let that person know that, you know, this is what's up. This is how it
And
is.
then it's
This is
that
what it is.
person's choice to walk
Yeah.
or to just go into it.
mhm.
You
But
see?
now it's so, you know, with society now, what I've noticed is everything is, even with TV programs, my kids can't watch TV like that no more, not even half of the cartoons out there, because now they're promoting it.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's why
Everything,
children,
this is what they're promoting out there
yeah,
now. There's even a program on TV called Sex Change Hospital,
Hmm?
there's a
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's on
child,
in
yeah.
there's
the
a
daytime.
child, a child
Listen,
of 3 years
as long
old
as
should
as
not
long as
know
they
such
don't take
thing
off naked attraction,
and
I'm good.
wanted to have an
People
As long
operation.
as
love
they don't
naked
take off
attraction.
naked attraction, I'm
Do you have
good.
that naked attraction stuff?
Misha, I came over here and I made sure I have solicited to get the British channel just for naked attraction in America.
Oh,
I
God.
love it. I think that's the most prettiest thing ever.
Do you
Yeah,
know
but you love it when the
something? It's
women are on there,
building.
not the men.
Oh,
I think it's building people's confidence. It's building people's confidence up. They feel very negative about themselves. You
no,
Yeah.
know,
no.
um, I
Stop.
think
No, we know, we
On
know.
what? On what?
We have to get out of that thing wherein we're trying to tell what a person feel or what a person, we don't know that. We got to get out of that because the person don't have to feel that way. The person could want to do this. You know what I'm saying? A person could want to do that. It's not a person, every time a person do something, oh, they're not comfortable in their body, they're not comfortable. Okay, we change your hair color. Oh, you're not comfortable in your original hair that you have? You had to change the color? No, you just feel like changing your hair color.
Changing, yeah.
Yes,
One
we,
minute.
we have to we have to get out of that talking what we think the person is doing. We don't know. That's that person, whatever they want to do. I was telling Bev one time in the late night, I think like 98 or something like that. I was in charge of security for a big organization, and I realized they're part of the gay and lesbian organization also. I was the head of their security, make sure everything is okay. And I was telling Bev that's where I also met Luther Vandross, and I realized that Luther Vandross was gay
I
Yeah.
heard
after he
that,
came
yeah.
here. And there was a girl who they do a lot of makeup for professional um 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 models and stuff like that. And this particular black girl comes in every day, and I was drooling over this freaking girl. She was hot, and when she put on that makeup, until I start talking to her and stuff like that, and everybody looking, because she comes in, she don't really talk, and she everything that she's getting is expensive. This is expensive, that, and I'm like, I'm fascinated by this girl, and I start talk to her. And then after one day, I built up the courage in asking her for her numbers. And she was like, after we start talking for months, she was like, okay. She's like, one day, Dion, we could do lunch and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, fine. And she wrote down her number and give it to me in front of everybody, and everybody looking like, whoa, Dion, you bagged this girl? That's what some of the guys were saying. And this game manager across the street, he's dying with laugh. And he's laughing at me after she stepped on. I'm like, what the frig you laughing for? And he was like, that's a dude. I'm like, get out of here, you little jealous. And I start cursing him off. Like, oh, okay, yeah, she's a dude now because she's pretty and she's talking to me. You give her a number. And he's laughing his ass off. He's like, that's a dude. So he tell me that the next day, I think 2 days after, she came in again. And she's doing the makeup, and I went up to her, and I'm sitting there. I'm looking at Adam's apple. Boom! No Adam's apple. And she was like, Dion, why are you looking at me like that for? Her voice is perfecto. She sounds just like Moy. Perfecto. I've got nice little tone. And I'm like, I'm in love with this girl, because I'm looking at her. I'm like, God damn, she's hot. And I'm looking for everything on there to tell me that this manager was lying. And I'm looking, everything perfect. I'm looking down, everything perfect. And she leave, and she's like, I'm going to call you, Dion. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, whoops. This freaking manager start laughing again. So I step, I'm like, what is your problem? He was like, Dion, you know I'm gay, right? Yes. He said, if I tell her that person is a guy, I supposed to know. I said, how you know? He said, I know this person because we go to the same friggin' club. And I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
bro, this is shit he didn't tell me. He killed my self-esteem. Every freaking thing just went down, just dropped like this blow. And the next time I keep avoid, when she come in, I'm gone. Until she start asking them like, where's Dion? I'm not seeing him. And they're like, oh, you stepped out. I felt so violated. You know what I'm saying? I felt so bad. And I'm like, can you imagine if we did went out? And of course, at some point, I probably would kiss her. And it wouldn't be a hurt. So I'll kiss her, not knowing is a guy. And of course, we kiss. God forbid, then we went further. What would happen? We go somewhere and boom, her shit is way bigger than mine. Then what happened? That would have been crazy. Then I probably would get locked up and all of that shit, because I would be so pissed looking at how much hours I spend, how many months I'm spending investing to know this individual. No, we went out, we kissed. I know we're here to make love, and it's a guy with a dick.
There's women doing it now as well, though. It's not just guys. You've got women out there that are getting the facial hair put on to look like a dude.
Yeah, what?
Are you serious?
Yeah. There's women out there now, the same way that the men are getting the man weave, there's women out there that are getting the beards glued on to look like dudes.
Wow.
So they say they call them, they say the butch lesbians, they're trying to basically act like dudes and look like dudes. I've seen it on Facebook yesterday as well, where they're getting the actual beards glued on and shaven down to look like a man.
I think the more they can actually get through to the children, as the moment it's going through schools, as I've heard a few stories of girls and boys talking, parents saying that their child is liking a girl and they think they're gay, and they're like only 8 years old, 9 years old, 7-year-olds, and they think that they're gay and they're like this boy. And this is what's happening now. It's all open. I think it's the
Hold on, Frida.
easiest way. Yeah.
Frida, I'm asking you, since you're on that subject, if your child come home and say, "Mom, I'm gay," what would you do or say?
Do you know something, right? If they're older enough, right, what can I do? I love my son. I can only talk. I mean, I do have gay family as well. You know,
Okay.
I do have some cousins and gay. Gay people go through a hard life being gay, mentally depressed, suicidal. It's very hard for them to take in their sexuality and having to hide and not be able to let it out. And I think this is why the system is made it now for a lot more to open up. But it's now hitting children. Now it's hitting children. The more people that can make gay, the more people won't get babies or have babies. So it's cutting down the population having babies, basically, I think. It's a smart move. It's a smart move to make, and children should have been put in that situation so young and in
Okay.
Yeah,
schools.
but some
We have
people
we
feel
have
like they've been born in the wrong body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand
And they
that
do realise that at a younger age. They do,
because I
you
can't
know.
open up. There's a boy that was at my son's school, right, 20 odd years ago, and he used to sit on his own. I used to get on with the mom, and he always was bullied. I could see through that boy where he was going. That boy now is a grown-up man. He is gay, yeah, but he's also a drag queen, and he is absolutely beautiful. And it's all because he couldn't open up. And so I do understand some children, and I do understand some parents,
all
and
right.
you know,
Yeah.
it's a very sensitive conversation. I'm just
Mhm.
bringing it out. I do understand a lot of this, you know, because I do know a lot of gay people as well on family side. Do you know what I mean? And so forth. They
Phyllis,
are the most politest, nicest people you can mix
Yes, that's
with.
true. 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 I'm not
But
gonna doubt
you
that.
have to be careful that you're not kind of blended in because it can happen to you,
you
you
can't
see.
change somebody. I'm just reading a comment that Phyllis just put up there.
So,
I will bring them up normal if them turn out gay or not. But you
oh yeah.
Yeah.
can't. You can't do that because
You
that's the
can
way
only,
they are.
you can
Yeah,
only
you
just
have to cater to them.
you
Yeah.
just
You
got
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
cater to
You're
them.
not going to
But
change.
I think,
If that's the way they are, then
Yeah. Go
nothing
ahead.
you say or do is going to
Mhm.
change that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Go ahead,
yeah.
Tanisha. I'm putting the
You
same
love your
question.
child, you've got to just accept, and it maybe might be hurtful, whatever, and hope
Mm-hmm.
for the best. But
Yeah,
All right.
you have to understand your child.
Yeah.
go
but at
to
the end of
Yeah.
Ruff.
the day, if your child's gay, like I say,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
you
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
stop them from being what they are. And,
No,
like
no.
Phyllis had said, you just bring them up as normal. You can't bring them up as normal.
You
You have to
can't. You
cater to
can't.
their needs. You know what I mean? Their needs change. You have to cater to them. But I think the real big issue is the way the government and everybody's promoting it to children. So
that's
Yeah,
children
why we're
now
trying to get
don't
across
know
in the
if they
schools.
are gay or if it's just a thing they should be doing,
yeah.
because it's all over the TV, it's all over their books, it's in their games,
This is the
it's like
system for
kids
you.
ain't being kids no more. It's like they're being forced to believe this is what it is. Like if
That's
your
what
child's
they're
born
doing.
now, they
Yes.
don't put a sex on the birth certificate.
What?
What?
They're saying that
Really?
they're not. They're saying that they're giving them a choice. They don't put a sex on the birth certificate. Your child's got a choice to
You
choose whether
see,
they're female or male. All that kind of stuff. Like, since when did that happen? As
That's
far as
right.
I'm
it's
concerned,
terrible.
you're born a girl, you're born a boy. If you choose to have a sex change when you're older, then you change what you
Yeah,
want. But
yeah.
other
That
than
is
that,
just
you're born
horrible.
a girl, you're a boy. You
Mm.
know what I
I mean,
mean?
it's
Like
like a storybook
society
to the
today is just
children,
so
isn't it?
twisted. It's
Whoa.
just it's like they're forcing people's minds, changing people's minds. You know,
Yes.
God forbid, none of my children have ever turned out gay. If they did, it's something I'd have to accept. Like I used to be
Yeah,
back in the days,
you
I used to
deal
be
with
boy,
Yeah.
them.
my
You
kids on
deal
that
with them.
gay, I'm gonna deal with them card. You ain't living in my house, but I have to look at it in a realistic term. That's my child. You know, I've got my personal preference. You've got yours. I'm not
The
going to
one that
stop
was
loving you and stop being your mum because that's the situation you're in. Do you know what I mean? But it's out there, you know, it is out there. And to me, being gay is no different to somebody having a threesome, because a girl rubbing up with another girl in bed with a man, you're still
yeah.
kind of gay.
Yeah.
That's
You know
it.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
that
There is
is
no
that is
difference.
like the little point I was trying to make.
These
Good word.
people today, it's like, it's twisted. It's like there's a stigma to everything,
Mm-hmm.
and people need to stop. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Totally agree.
unfortunately, though, it's not going to stop when we are just accepting it. I mean, we're sitting there now saying, oh, if our child was gay, we'd accept it because we have to. No, we don't have to. The fact that they promote it in the schools is wrong. We should not be allowing
Agree
it.
with that.
Children don't get sex education at 8 years old. What's sex got
No.
to do with their,
Children, it's very hard to,
we
but
can
when they
make it
get to an age to
do
come
whatever.
and tell you,
Hold on, guys.
Hang
So
on,
one at a
Frida.
time. One at a time. Yeah, go ahead.
Carry
Moy.
on, Moy.
From time we've been making babies, we know how to make babies. It's a natural process. Now, I do understand that some people may feel that they're born in the wrong body. Okay, so you can feel that. Don't be saying to them, oh, it's fine, because you're promoting it then. You're telling them that it's fine. And do you know how many times I've sat here since I've come back and heard all of you at some point have used the word normal? The fact that we use the word normal so much says that it's not normal. The Bible says it's not normal. We've become so ungodly that, the governments are now trying to be our gods and they're dictating the Ten
yeah,
Commandments to us.
100%.
But the
Yeah.
thing is, their commandments are not in stone. They move the goalpost as soon as you get there, as and when it suits them. You understand me? And criminalize and demonize people that are preaching godly things. I always refer back to the interview that guy did with Shabba Ranks. It was on some pop program years ago, and they now use it as because that's what stopped Shabba from being able to come back to England, etc., etc. Because the guy asked him about gay people, and he said, well, the Bible says it's an abomination, and that's what I believe. I mean, man and woman was supposed to be together, not man and man. Oh,
Yeah.
you're a bigot. You're a bigot. How dare you say that? How dare you? They stopped the man from ever coming back and playing in Britain again. You know what I'm saying? He was just saying something that's been written from time whenever. You've now made up this new law to say don't call them gays and whatever. I did a poem. I can remember I did a poem a long time ago, and a part of it was for my children. I was writing my story for my children, and a part of it was I was talking about the differences in languages nowadays, and I said back in the day, when we said gay, we meant happy, not to be cut up in the next man's batty. And it's simple like that, really. We change things as and when we feel like it. And it can't work. Because back in the day, remember, if you came out as being gay, you was liable to go to prison and be lynched and all. But now the goalposts have moved. That's all it is. But remember that there's a God. Remember that there's a God. That's
100%.
what you know and live from.
100%. And I like everything that you've just said there, because Bevan Dion knows how I have spoken many times. And I've come to the point where I have to step back a little, and I have to understand that it is about the age as well, of understanding that you can talk to somebody more matured and older than a child. It's just very mixed up for the child. And this is what the system is definitely doing, is to change the ways that if there's more people that, and it's not knocking gays, or we're not kind of knocking gays anyway, it's just a conversation. The system is changing people that they can think that they're gay, they'll become gay and they will not have children. It's just another way of shutting down having babies. We're overpopulated and everything else that's going on. It's
We
them
could never be overpopulated.
playing,
You know
and they
something?
can't
Hold
Overpopulation.
on 1 second there. Let me take what's in the room. Marie B said, we have no right to judge. I'm sure there were gays in Jesus' time. And
Yeah, of course.
a question, would he have turned the gay men away?
Well,
No,
look at
no.
Jesus. What did he do with the prostitute? You
There
know,
go.
he said, yeah, a prostitute.
He
What
did
is a
not. He
prostitute?
did
They would
not.
go with man or woman because they have to earn, but she was committing adultery or something because,
They,
wow,
they
Mary
were about to
Magdalene.
stone. They were about to
Mary
stone her to
Magdalene.
death, and he stopped that. He stopped it.
Yeah, that's right. And he said, and he made it very clear, the words that who are something of caste, throw the
Yeah,
first stone.
whosoever have not sinned in the
That's
past,
it.
cast the first stone.
Yeah,
And he
Yes.
which is
condemned because
always I
them
call a
all have
mirror.
sinned. Yeah.
I always call a mirror. I always say there is a mirror in front of everybody. They have to look in it. We all walk a path of somebody's life, somebody's story, and maybe in our own, you know, so we can all have that talk. You know, it's how
Yeah,
people
yeah.
will take
If
it.
we're referring to the story with Jesus and the prostitute, though, remember that ultimately he said to her, "Go and do this no more."
That's
Yeah,
right.
he said,
Yeah,
but he
that's
says,
right.
"Go
Yeah, he
He
did.
changed,
no more."
her.
But what the government is now saying is, "Go on, do it. It's perfectly all right. Carry on."
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to
That's
clap to that one. You're very, very right on that one.
I
You
mean,
know.
don't get me wrong. Of course, we're going to accept. I'm not saying in any way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? That if you're gay, you're wrong, you're bad, or you are what you are.
Oh,
Everybody's different now because our blood done already spoil up from time. But then we're now corrupting our minds. Your body being, uh, defective is one thing. You might be born in the wrong body or what you perceive to be the wrong
yeah.
body. You understand me? But your mind, I always say, you can lose everything that you've got. Your house, your clothes, your land, everything. You can lose.
Everything.
But the moment that you lose your mind, you're gone. That's the one thing. Your mind is what controls you.
That's a very good saying.
Make them take everything else, but don't let them rule your mind. And you
Mm.
cannot. If it was, if like let's take the Islamic thing and put that into it and say they was teaching our children that what they believed, I'm talking the extremists here, that what they believed was right. That's corrupting their mind. But because the government is doing it to help our children, it's made to be, oh, it's okay. No,
Hey,
it's
and
not.
it's not.
You're eradicating the children.
Yeah.
There is a lot of that going on.
I
A lot of it.
I think sex education in schools today is far too young for kids.
What for? They don't need to
They
know.
don't
They
understand
know.
it. They don't understand it.
No.
They should be children growing up as children and laughing and going out and playing and having a friend there, not looking at the friend and said, I fancy you or I like you, or going and having thoughts in their minds because they're seeing it on cartoons, they're seeing it on tellies, they're hearing it with parents, they're hearing it on the news. Everything is all open around children a lot more now to
Now I
share.
think that they're teaching children a lot of stuff that we was never taught in our days, and we
That's
didn't
right.
need to
That's
be taught,
right.
and we did
No,
absolutely
no.
fine.
Let
You know what I
children live
mean?
their
Like
life.
children now, what 8-year-old needs to know about sex? They're not looking to go lay down with somebody. You know, leave kids to be kids, let them grow up and,
Yeah,
be a child. Nowadays,
it's
they're
trying to
forcing
help them.
children to mature a lot earlier than what they need to, and
Yeah,
it's just a joke.
We
I think.
Everything on TV is sexualized, everything in the shops is sexualized. It's like, leave them to be kids, let them be kids.
I
Yeah.
think, I've seen some videos on the Facebook, I think in Jamaica and that. And it's the way they are dancing, these sort of dances. And if you've seen, and there were babies, just babies, like 3-year-old maybe. And the boy is there and the girl is bending over And this is so corrupt. And yet in this country here, right, if a child goes and does that, wow, you're in trouble as a parent. But yet they don't mind educating them, right, that they're gay. Do you see what I'm saying? They're allowing certain things. It's kind of twisted. But over there, it's smack out open. Parents shouldn't be allowing that in children, but it's just around them all the time. But putting it on Facebook and people are seeing it.
All right, hold on. Marie said
What you saying?
in a comment here, if a prostitute has sold her body to feed her kids rather than steal and go to prison, then what would we have judged her and said?
Then I will not judge her.
It's when they're taking the drugs and prostituting. A prostitute will go out there and she will go and work hard to feed her children and to build a home around them. It's a sad thing, but it happens. But at the same time, it's all involved with drugs. You've got to be very strong to keep away from that. And most pimps do all that. And it's such a damn shame. And you have some women that avoid the pimps, avoid them, and because it's all drug related, and they go and do it. The women that are doing that at the moment, the way life is, there's going to be a hell of a lot more stuff going on, and it's such a shame.
All right, guys, I said I wanted to cut off in that, and I'm giving us another 20 minutes, and that's it. That's it.
I'm hoping I didn't say too many bad words.
No.
No.
Said, I'm trying to,
you know,
because we got to follow up on this. We got to follow up on this.
I don't knock anybody that's out there selling their body or anything, as long as they don't have a pimp behind them. That's when it becomes a problem. That's when it becomes a problem.
But they get involved still, Bev. They're still getting involved with drugs.
No, not all the time. No, not all the time.
Not all the time, but then most of them, it's all drug related because they do that. Remember, I know a family member, right?
But I've watched it on TV. You know, Triple, when I was telling you about the program.
But remember, one person, you cannot judge one person and say because one person do this, every prostitute do that.
No, don't work like that.
I'm not judging.
Let's move off from this because we're going too long. Another thing that, before I ask the other question, another thing that I also want to say, when last we ever see a kid outside playing?
Oh, what?
Playing outside in front of the house. Playing like that. Right. Sometimes, guys, we have to be careful in what we're giving our kids as present and toys. Because we got to go back and take stuff to basic these days. You know, we are so getting kids computerized more than anything else. And sometimes we have to stop saying society because we also are doing it. You know what I'm saying? We also are doing it. We're providing these things that society are giving for our kids. And we're putting kids, you know, it's a long time. I remember growing up, again, everything changes now. You know what I'm saying? The kid didn't know the computer more than me. Sometimes I said, I'm having a problem. And he's like, oh, tell me what problem you're having. I'll tell you what to do. And I'm looking at this.
It's the same with the phone, though, Triple.
What to tell. And the phone, they know the phone more than us and stuff like that.
What's wrong with your phone? Give it me. I'll sort it out for you.
Give it to me.
2 minutes and they give it you back.
So
they've done what they needed to do.
They know what to do. So we also got to be careful of toys that we're giving on Christmas and this and that. You know, we give them all these type of things that's out there.
Yeah, so they want all the latest technology that's out now.
Well, kids haven't necessarily. You're not seeing kids playing on street as much now.
No,
but it doesn't mean that they're all. It doesn't mean that they're all about technology as well. Like my kids have got phones and they are on their phones a lot. But also, I like to play board games and stuff with them. You got to remember, kids playing on the street now. The streets ain't like it was when we was younger.
No,
you know, when we was younger, we could play on the streets. You could leave your front door open. Now,
Yeah.
you leave your kids on the street, there's a chance they're going to get stabbed up, snatched up, something's going to
Yeah.
happen. You know, kids are killing kids right now on the street, so I'd rather my kid be in the house playing a board game or on their phone than on the
Phone.
street.
You know what, Kamisha, you just changed a whole aspect of my thinking, because I never was thinking in that way, and you brought that right now, and that's a big thing. That's a big thing with what she's saying. The streets are not like what we were growing up to. You can't
No.
have your kids out there
No, you can't.
nowadays. So the safer it is, have them inside of the house and provide what is there. So you change certain things right there that I was looking at. I wasn't
Yeah,
even
because
looking at it like that.
your kids could be in the garden and they could still get snatched from there.
Hmm. All right, one more thing that I wanna jump on, and then call it a day. Drug addiction.
Yeah.
Drug addiction comes in so many different ways. So
Hmm.
many different ways. What's our intake on that?
I. Oh.
I have um, you know, friends who, I wouldn't say friends. I've known people who get caught up in that, and it's I always, again, I don't judge an individual because everybody
Mm.
raised differently and stuff like that, and you know we all have to get out of the judging, but also what's the solution? We see what the problem is
I
and
don't
work on
think
the
there is one.
solution.
I don't think there is one. I don't think
You,
there is a
you don't think there's a
solution, but
solution to drugs? Why would you say that?
Drugs are
I
so
don't think.
easily and widely available out there
Wait,
now.
yeah, yeah. I
It's
mean,
there's
to me,
no
I
way
think
you can put a stop on it.
you can't. You can't. You've got so many people out there now doing their own thing, growing their own thing, and selling it off. But for me, I think the biggest with the drugs is the crack cocaine. I don't know if anybody else agrees with me on that. I think that is so.
Skunk. You have skunk, and then you have
Yeah, but
weed that's also laced
Yeah,
with crack now,
That's
and
not,
it's
I
no,
wouldn't class
cocaine.
that as that's not
no.
a
Not proper
white
Mm-mm.
drug.
weed.
It's
Proper
the
weed
crack
don't have that
cocaine
crack in it.
It's the bigger
and the heroin.
heavy drugs and the yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Even that to acid tabs now. That's I've heard the other day that's coming in all sorts of powder forms that they just sniff or
yeah. I
you
mean,
know.
look at the things that people are doing now. For instance, last week here in Reading, there was a girl in a nightclub, and some random guy just walked past her and not stab her, but injects her with a needle.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Uh, what they putting inside them?
Mm, mm,
It's
mm,
just,
mm.
and it's just going on in clubs. So you've got to be, when you're out, you've got to be very wary of your surroundings, you know? But crack, I mean, the weed, to me, that is classed as a soft drug.
Not when it's dipped and laced, and
Yeah,
that's
but
not
that's
proper. That's not
depending
proper weed.
yeah, but
That's
that's depending
yeah, but
on
that's the
where
youth.
you
That
get it.
is the youth. That is
But
the
that
youth
is the
doing
in
that
thing
today.
today. People are
Yeah.
growing their own stuff, and of course, it's they're using chemicals on it and everything, so it's going to be, laced with stuff. But I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know. But I
natural
don't.
weed isn't like that because it's a herb.
Yeah,
It's
but
a
yes,
relax.
but
It's a
that's going to be
medication.
hard. That is going
It
to be hard to
helps.
get that kind of thing in this today. Today.
It can be. It can be. I bet, but
It, it it's probably very
it's
hard to
just.
get the natural,
I've
unless you.
had my experience when I've battled, and
But
it's not
I've seen
in
some people who have been on crack, right? And I'm thinking, oh my God, from how you used to be to what you're like now. All drawn in the face, their parents,
I was telling you, they're walking
skinny,
around like
skinny.
skeletons now.
Yeah, that's what it does to
That
you. That's what
stuff,
crack
that
cocaine does.
stuff right? What they
Okay,
are
okay.
doing
Hold on,
is
hold on, hold on, hold
destroying
on.
the muscles
Hold
of
on
the
there,
body,
hold on there, hold on there.
destroying the teeth.
Hang on,
Hold on,
hang on.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Guys, we also got to remember the poorer, the poorer person out there that uses those heavy drugs and stuff like that will definitely look like zombie. Rich folks don't look like
Yeah,
zombie and they use twice the amount
It's a
because
good
yeah,
point you've just made as
they,
well.
yeah, they feed themselves. They take
yeah.
care of themselves, but they are junkies in taking drugs.
Same
They are
way.
literally a junkie, but they can afford to look good. They can afford to eat, and they take care of themselves. But they're living junkie. The poor, low income person that's feeding off it, and tend to crave more on it and don't feed themselves. Of course, they're gonna look like that. But you'll be
Yeah.
surprised these days to
But
see
look
From
what.
at
my
cocaine.
understanding,
Cocaine's
it
still
stops them from
crack.
eating.
Hmm.
From my
Yeah.
understanding,
Cocaine's still crack, and you've got people out there that are rich man's, and cocaine, they call it the rich man's drug because it's not cheap. You know, you get people out there living in these big houses, driving BMWs, and they look good, and they're on the cocaine. To me, cocaine is crack. You know, it's just mixed up. So, you
Mm.
know,
That's
it's
the
hard. You
it,
can't judge one to the other because to me, a fiend is a fiend. You're a crackhead, regardless. Do you know what I mean? You're a
Mm-hmm.
junkie. But
Hmm.
when you come to
it's
the
the
solution of
quality.
how you're going to sort it
It's
out,
the
there isn't a solution.
it's the quality of what the poor man is smoking compared to the rich man. That's what it is. It's
Mm.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
Big difference. Big
buying a
difference.
no-name beans and buying Heinz beans. You know what I'm saying? It's the
Yeah,
quality
Mm.
because it's been cut down to because of the monetary part of it. Ultimately, you know what I mean? They want to make more money off of it, so they cut it 10 million times with, I believe, all sorts of powders or whatever it is to
Yeah, I
stretch
watched
it.
a program on telly about that. I think it was a couple of years ago. And the guy was out in Indonesia, and he showed you from the very beginning how they make it to the very
Mm,
end, and
disgusting.
all that work that they and what they put in it, petrol, diesel, everything. It was crazy
Marie B said there are people in mental hospital and they turn psychotic through just smoking weed.
because some of them get
Paranoia,
very paranoid. They get paranoid,
paranoia as
paranoia.
well.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
that's the skunk, isn't it? That's the
That's the
I
skunk
have
because
skunk.
they lace it with stuff and they mix it and
Yeah,
they use all solutions to grow it.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's artificially grown. Artificially grown.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
have a
yeah.
friend whose son died because of it ultimately, and apparently it's what it was grown in. Apparently the stuff had been grown in battery acid,
Ew.
Yeah.
whether it's
yes. Skunk, they're doing
accelerated,
everything
what,
with skunk.
but it'd been grown in battery acid. Why would you want to do that to yourself? You
Crazy.
know? Yeah, the
That's
whole
It's
war.
a shame, I think, because the young youths today, they're getting involved, and what they're doing is that they're brainwashing them to showing them, right, how much money piling up, what they can make, the nice shoes, the stuff, and they're falling for it. And that is what they're getting involved into gangs. It's very hard, like you say, about children out there getting killed on the streets playing. This is what is happening to the children, and not just that, they're recording what they're doing, so they've got a hold on
yeah,
them,
but they've
and
even
this is
got
what they can't.
these big drug dealers out there. They've even got young kids running for them.
Yeah,
That's what part. That is what part is part of it all, and what it is. They've got step by step. They take them
Because
then
it's
to
easy
different
money for the
cities.
kids.
Yeah, they take them to different cities, and they take them to as far as a motorway, and from a motorway, bam, they take them to here, Coventry. They take them here to London. They bring them
Yeah,
back. Yeah,
yeah,
they've got
but
a grip on them, and they don't know how to get out of it because
yeah,
they got recordings. They're making them to kill. They're making them to shoot. They're making them, right, to do, put it this way, boys, they're making them have sex acts with boys so they can use the drugs. And girls, they are, you know, putting them where they need to put them. And there was a girl, and I'm telling you, I would salute her for that. She cried, she got in, and she opened up a lot about this, to how it works. And I do know people that has had to battle for their kids, right? Being taken from one to another. Gangs are watching very hard. And the police just can't get involved because they know the gangs, they fear, and it is a shame. It's a shame that our children can't be, like you were saying, out on that street playing anymore. It's a shame.
There is a lot of police that's out there that corrupted, you know.
Oh, we know
and
that.
going
I had one
along with it
my
and
house
going
once.
along with it.
Bev, I had one come
Guys,
into my house once, smelling of drugs. He had a thing around here, right? And I'm telling you, all the police knew who he was. Did I give him a go at my front door? So,
I
yes,
don't know.
police are corrupted there too. And in our discussion today might hit a lot of people, and we mean no harm in anything we are all saying.
No. It's just everybody's
is.
entitled to their opinions.
All right,
So.
all right. Let's wrap this up. Starting from Frida, I want to say your last benediction on the whole situation here.
Oh my God.
Guys, just be short and spicy and things like that. What you thought of your whole process here? I hope it's a learning process for each and every one. We definitely got to come back again because I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I am too.
Oh,
It
Frida.
was lovely, and thank you for
We need to
inviting
do a
me. And I'm
part
sorry
two.
if I'm going on.
No, stop apologizing. Go ahead,
Do you
Frida.
know, Frida, I said to Triple last
Hold on,
night.
Hold on, Bev. Let Frida say so, and then we go to
Yeah,
it.
go on then.
Go ahead, Frida.
What?
Go on.
No, say
What?
your last. What you want to
Say
say?
What
what?
I'm going to say, okay, I've only ever been on one Santa Triple show, and I was very quiet. I'm not somebody who talks out. And I have opened up a bit more, but I don't get involved with a lot of people. With Triple, you understand me, and Bev understands me. It's family to me. I love you both. And it was nice talking to you ladies as well. Okay, and I've enjoyed it, and I'll tell you, there are some really good conversations we've had today, and we've helped each other out to understand as well. And Triple, thank you for bringing this show, you know, to help other people who are listening in, which is important, you know.
Room is hotboxed.
Thank you.
Where is your handkerchief?
Yeah, but because when Triple said to me about the chat, I was a bit who's doing it? He didn't want to tell me who else was coming in, but I had a good idea. I didn't know about you, Kamisha, but I did know that probably Moy would be one. And I phoned Frida yesterday, and I said to Frida, look, Triple's doing a chat, and I'd like you to come in on it and voice your opinion, because Frida is very open-minded, but she'll keep a lot of things inside and won't open up. So that was one of the reasons I wanted Frida to come in today, to get her to open up a little bit more, which she did.
Oh,
and I'm very proud of you, Frida, for doing that
Oh,
today,
bless you,
because I
Bev.
know it's something that you don't like to do. I know that.
Yeah, because I can open up, but I'm kind
And
of never done nothing like this.
and the chat was brilliant today, because we've covered so many things, you know, even though there was still more to be covered. But like Triple said, he'd like to do something again. And,
do a part two.
and hopefully we can do that and bring up the other subjects that we didn't do before. So thank you, ladies. I really enjoyed it today. I love you all. Triple.
Oh,
You know what I think. You know, I love you, my bestie. You know that.
Love you too.
So yes, thank you, ladies. I really
Yes.
enjoyed
Yes, and
today.
thank you too, ladies, as well,
Kamisha,
and all the listeners
Kamisha,
in as
Hang on,
well.
Frida.
Kamisha, your
Yeah,
turn.
we're
Yes,
definitely
baby.
going to have to do a part two. I've enjoyed being on the show, as you all know. My first time speaking on the show. Triple tried to convince me a few weeks ago. So, yeah, I've been following you for years, as you know. You know, to me, we're all family, the Lion family. You know, we all show enough love to each other. Um, so yeah, this show, like we say, yeah, it's going to hit home to some people. We have covered a lot of topics, and I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Um,
Can I just say one thing? The first time I didn't meet but interacted with Kamisha was when DJ Velvet first started playing. You remember, Kamisha? That's yes, and that is going back. That is
yeah,
going back.
that's
That's
going
the
back a long
first
time.
time. The first time I interacted with Kamisha was
Yeah,
through DJ Velvet show.
that was on my
There
old
you go.
Facebook. Yeah,
Yes. There you go.
a long time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how long we've all known each other. So like I said, it's like, you know, this is family. We're all family, Lion family. So yeah, thanks for having me on your show, Triple.
Mm-hmm.
And it was nice meeting you, Moy, as well.
Lovely.
So, and Frida,
Cheers, look, thank you.
nice to
Yeah.
see you again from hometown. So yeah,
Yeah.
Hold on,
Yeah, I
you
was
know
quite
Frida? Hold on,
surprised
you
as
know
well.
Frida?
It's so close.
You know Frida?
me and
No,
Frida are
you
from
know,
the same town. We've crossed paths before.
Oh, wow.
and I didn't know we know each other's faces, but I mentioned
Until
some,
today,
which I'm
until
not
today.
going to say, but I mentioned people that you do know, and it's like, whoa, so close. Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you guys find that out today?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, when we first came on, I thought you said you was listening.
That was
Well
no.
said, Triple. She got that.
When I heard my name keep calling, then I'm like, what the hell is
It
going
weren't
on?
when you heard your name, it was when you heard people talk about your waist whining.
Yeah.
That's
That
when
was
you
the
come
beginning.
jumping.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh my
God.
gosh, Marie B said, I'm surprised that it was Kamisha's first time.
Because she was shy.
Yeah, Kamisha is shy.
Thank you, Marie.
Yeah.
I'm not shy. I have to be careful because, as you know, Triple, I'm a person who's very outspoken, and I have to kind of hold back with some things because I don't really want to offend people sometimes with the way I talk, you know.
Yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
happens, don't it? Yeah, that's why I was
Yes,
saying with
I
me,
can
no
be very
offense.
opinionated sometimes. So, you know, when you're doing certain things, you have to kind of hold back a
Hold
little
back a little
because,
bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
just tone it down a little. So,
I
but
think
you know,
people.
on the next topic, if I'm invited again, you know, you might hear a little feistiness. But like we said, it's all about keeping it 100.
Yeah, but this
Yeah.
is what the family line TV family are like. We gotta understand each other, even if it gets a little bit over. We have to
Yeah,
sit back, smile, and understand what you're saying. And you know, you should be open to what you're saying. Not gonna offend anybody if they
No.
understand you and respect you for your
yeah. Well,
words,
it's
what
all
you're
about making
saying.
people understand.
That's
You know,
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
not everybody has the same opinion. So yeah.
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 Boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Triple. Do you need any painkillers?
Hang on, Frida. Hang on, Frida.
Well,
Boy.
after last night's show, I'm surprised any of us made it to this one. Tell you, last night was wicked. Off
Yes.
the,
The bomb.
I tell you, can't even big it up enough. It was massive, boy. Join us next week for that one. Still,
Yeah.
Bev C, Tamisha, Frida, family, Lion family. Loved a lot of you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Look for
Straight back
all
to
next
you.
week.
Thank
That's
you.
all
Love you
I've got to
too.
say. There's no more to be said. Last night's just taking it all out of me. Yeah. And real
You made
family.
some
Real
lovely
love
points.
for all. That's
You made
it.
some
No,
good points
Hey, you
as
missed
well.
bless,
last night was
bless.
crazy.
Yeah, last night was lit.
Yeah,
Last
yeah.
night was, like I said,
Yeah,
I
I've
was
loved
broken
it
up.
And
as
you
well.
know what? People would have still stayed on there if he'd have played. They'd have still stayed if he carried on.
I looked on the viewership this morning. It was
So did I.
706, 700 and what was it again?
60.
I forgot. Seven
I
something.
forgot.
Yeah, because I know when we closed the show, we closed it at 7:30 something.
738.
Yeah,
738.
7:38 when we closed the show last night. Yeah, last night was
Yeah.
sick, and then we had other people who have account, and I never realized how people will get back on there when I shut it down. But then I realized if they have an account with with
Mixcloud.
Mixcloud, they can go back in and see certain things or scan through the chat room. 'Cause the chat room was crazy because I was right now I
What?
could go back and see the chat room and they're like, oh wow, this was said. I was like, whoa. You know
It
what I'm
was
saying? Oh,
rolling.
did they say that about me? Was my waist going like that? I was like, it was funny. I was like, whoa, what is y'all crazy? Because I tell you, people always think, and I'm saying, guys, I don't see half of the shit that's been said in the room. And
No.
again, Bev, when I always say that Bev never understand until Bev came to the studio, multiple times and she see I'm in front
Yeah.
of monitors. I'm
That's
in front of
it.
monitors. I'm not in, so I can't just go back to see what you guys said. It just pop up on I see it and then it disappear. So if
Yeah.
I'm not, guys, if I'm not looking at the monitor at that particular time, I don't really see what is being said. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'm good. A person will like, oh, I made a comment and you didn't say nothing to
Yeah.
me.
It's
You made a
not.
comment to somebody below under what I said, and I just looked up at that particular point and I see that person, whatever I
Yeah.
didn't saw you, and they will never
Until
understand.
you're until you're actually in the studio with 555 and then you see everything that he has to do and what's in there that you don't even see. It's a
Bev could tell
hell
you.
of a lot of work.
Bev was
It is a hell.
amazing.
I was amazed when I was in the studio. I was amazed because you don't see half of the shit that goes on in there. Seriously. Excuse me for swearing.
No
But
man, that's all right.
Triple has to do a damn lot of work before he goes live. You would not believe. You would not believe. Seriously. So I know sometimes he says he's coming on at a certain time and he don't get on at a certain time. It's probably because something's not as it should be in the studio or something's not working as it should. So sometimes when you hear Triple say about the audio, they've seen what's the audio like. It has to be crystal clear. It has to be. Because if it's not crystal clear, it's going to sound horrible to us, but Triple's not going to know how it sounds to him in the studio. So that's why he will always put it out there, the audio, what's it like and things like that. But,
'Cause
you
if
know,
I'm
when
not
he is
crystal
late,
clear,
it's hard.
I'll go.
Yeah, it is hard work that he does behind the scenes that people don't see.
The
Yeah.
stripping down.
And I'm
It's the
just
stripping
saying,
down, ain't
people
it, Bev?
just, yeah, take time, you know what I mean?
Get
If
out
he's
of
late,
everything.
it's because something's not right and he is putting it right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because most of the
it's,
time, guys, that's why I never used to get cut off by Facebook a lot. They just mute me because I
yeah,
go through a third party on Facebook, and I go
Facebook,
through
yeah,
a third party. So the thing that I broadcast on, they have to go to Facebook and get a code, and then I get the code, and then I put the code in. So when I put the code in, then Facebook open up to me the
yeah,
broadcast in that manner. So I'm like a third party. So sometimes I go in and they request the code from Facebook and not getting the code. So I got to reboot because my system not picking up the code and I have to
yeah.
do. So sometimes I'm in here 30 minutes before I get to broadcast. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. So it's a whole bunch of,
Yeah,
I just don't get up and just hit Facebook Live and I'm broadcasting because it's a studio. It's a studio
yeah.
thing. Totally
He
different.
could be
But
ready to go live and at that 1 second something will go wrong. It's that simple, you know.
Thank you
Yes.
guys. You guys been so I can't thank you guys so much. You have been there for years. Not just yesterday, especially all who's on the panel here. You've been there for years with me.
Yeah.
I thank you guys so much. And as I said, Marie B, she's always there also in the backbone, her sister in the
Yeah,
backbone.
Christine.
And, I want to thank you guys because without you guys, it's no me. And I continue to say that. And, I got so much things to do, so much things to do, and you'll see. Thanks again. And I do enjoy you guys and appreciate you guys. Thank you. Bye bye until next time. I'm
Thank you,
saying,
Dion.
all the best, guys. And we
Mwah.
definitely checking out. Bye, y'all.
Yeah.
Bye, all the fans.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
All right. Bye bye.
Thanks everybody for tuning in and coming
Bye.
on the live to watch.